Okay, there we go. Haven't really used my talking screen much. Not gonna lie, I thought listening to Ren was gonna be totally fine. And it is, because, like, he's cool. But, it's a little hard to focus on my thoughts and say what I want to say when someone is singing in the background. So, we're just gonna switch this up here. Here we go. Let's go with this artist. Hopefully they won't mind me playing their music, because they're cool too. We'll just do this one, because at least theirs is like instrumental, so it'll make it a little easier for me to like focus on what I'm trying to do here. There we go. Hi. Oh, right. I guess I should turn on my closed captions. That would also be good, wouldn't it? Where is it? Okay. Now I think it should be doing my captions. Okay, yeah, it is. Okay, cool. So hopefully that's working so that anyone who is hard of hearing can understand me. Okay. Alright, I think I'm actually set up now. Sorry. I'm a little out of it because it's the first stream of the month, which is my bad. But things have been kind of hectic, which I'll get into. But before that, hi! My name's Micah. Welcome to my stream. Usually I don't talk before just playing a game and stuff, but I don't know. I've kind of felt like it. I felt like doing like a little life update and since it's like been forever since I last streamed, and to be like, I don't know, more candid, I guess, because like, not gonna lie, I'm very uncomfortable with a camera on my face. Have been the entire time I've been streaming, which has been about, I want to say like 4 years going on 5 years, I think, is how long I've been streaming. And the whole time I have been so uncomfortable with the fact that you can perceive me, because I feel uncomfortable with being perceived. So that's been a challenge when it comes to this whole thing. Which is understandable, because, I mean, if you don't like being perceived and then you're putting yourself on a platform, multiple platforms at that, that the whole point of it is for you to be perceived, that's definitely out of my comfort zone. Definitely out of my comfort zone. And, like, that's not even why I started streaming. Like, it's a part of it. I wanted to be more comfortable with a camera. I really did. But the whole reason that I started streaming in particular was because I wanted to hold myself accountable and actually, like, complete my games and beat them. Because my ADHD brain doesn't like to finish things. Especially if I'm not currently, like, hyperfixating on that specific thing, so then I don't finish it. That's also part of the reason why it took me, like, 4 years, basically, to, like, beat Persona 3 Fez. Persona 4 Fez. Ha. No, but that's part of the reason why it took me so long to beat the game, was partially because of that. And also because, like, I was stupid and decided that I was going to play the answer, and that was painful. Don't really want to make that decision again anytime soon. Like, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, the answer is available for Persona 3 Reload, but I am not sure if I would actually go through with playing it. Like, I want to some degree, but then a part of me is like, but is it going to be the exact same experience as what I had with Persona 3 Fez version of the answer? Because if it is, I'm good. Like, I'm so good on that. I don't need to do that again. I really don't. Ooh, this is a nice song. Do I have it on my liked list? I do. Of course I do. Nightmare is a great song. Okay, anyway. Got distracted. See? ADHD. But yeah, this year has been really hard for a lot of reasons. The biggest one is that my grandma, someone who I really admired and idolized and wanted to be like, she passed away at the end of January this year. And it's been really hard. It's been really hard. I've read a lot of poetry and written works of people talking about their grief, and it never hit me to the same extent as now, I guess. And it's not like I haven't lost people to death before. I have. My Uncle Kelly was someone who I really loved and treasured as a person, and I wish I could have spent more time with him. But he lived in a different province than me, and I didn't have the means to go back and forth and see family in that province very often, if at all. So there were some circumstances that were in the way of that. And then for a large part of him being alive, I was a child. I didn't have any money. I didn't have any agency. I didn't really have any control in my life, really, like at all. I've only started to have some semblance of it as an adult, and I've only recently, I'd argue, been more present and in control of my life. I think for a large portion of my life, I was just trying to run away from a lot of different things, stuff that I don't want to get into right now. I might be more candid about it at some point down the line, but it's not something I'm going to get into. Excuse me, advertisements. I know I don't have your fucking... Seriously? This is why... Go away, ads. I chose Spotify, even though I don't have premium, because I wanted music, not because I wanted ads to interrupt me in the midst of me having, like, a heart-to-heart with people. Like, fuck right off. Great, awesome. I love that we have high-grade Canadian milk. That's great. Can we move on? Like... Gosh. Oh, and now we've got a Calgary Police Service ad. Great. So I had 3 ads now? I can't tell you how many times I've had this fucking police service ad on my Spotify. Like, cool. Okay, whatever. Don't give a fuck. Maybe I should have just done YouTube. YouTube would have done the same thing to me, though. Like, ads are on everything. Which I get. I totally get. But, like... Thank you. This is what I wanted. This is the vibes I wanted. Okay. Anyway, what was I saying? I had a thought, and then the ad interrupted me, and now it's gone. Fuck. Okay, well, whatever. But yeah, no, it's been a hard year. We're backtrack a little bit. Right, I was talking about Uncle Kelly. Right. Yeah. So it's not like I haven't lost people before, but my grandma was someone that I spent so much of my time with, so much of my life. I have countless pictures scattered amongst my mom, my dad, my other family, of us together. I didn't think I was gonna cry. I might cry. Okay. Get it together. But yeah, she's just someone who was always really important to me. And I was heartbroken for a few reasons, of course, because obviously death comes for us all, and you're not really as prepared for it as you want to be. And she died of natural causes. Like, it was her time, and to be quite honest, she did want to go. She did. She often said that getting old wasn't what it was cracked up to be. And sometimes she'd say she was lonely, because, I mean, I was the last of the grandchildren, and then the great-grandchildren came along, but I don't think she was visited as often as she should have been. And I'm not an exception to that. But I'm 29, and I'm trying to, I don't know, build a life, whatever that's gonna look like. I have no idea. Still don't really know what I'm doing. It's one of the taglines on my social media is like, I am existing just as poorly as everybody else, because I know that I'm doing okay now, but it wasn't always like that. It's only within, like, the last, probably the last 5 years where I've actually been okay. And I don't think I was okay before that, but I just pretended to be, or tried to be, desperately wanted to be. Part of the reason that things are better now is because I have a group of people surrounding me that actually care and don't just say they do. Well, then, talking shit when they shouldn't be talking shit to people they shouldn't be talking shit to. That was a big one. And I'm not around, two-faced people anymore, because I think I surrounded myself with a lot of two-faced people because I genuinely wanted to believe that they weren't like that. But, of course, that's just how it ended up being, that's how they were. Presented themselves differently in front of others, but then behind closed doors, they were someone else entirely. But yeah, big change for me was Grandma dying, and I remember feeling so upset that the world didn't stop. Nothing stopped. Time didn't stop. Traffic, my obligations to working and having income didn't stop. I was so mad. I was so upset. Even though I knew that that's how it was gonna go, but when it actually happened to me, I was just so mad. I was so upset about it. There was a car ride. I forget where I was coming home from, but I remember my boyfriend driving, and we were driving home, and I was just staring out the window at the dark black sky, staring at the moon, just feeling so empty. And I was disappointed that was how she passed. Even though, there didn't need to be some kind of, fireworks display or, anything like that. I guess I wanted time to grieve, time to myself, time to just be with my emotions. And I didn't really have that at all. I just had to focus on work because I had a lot of shifts and I didn't have really any time to spend with my grandma in hospice because I was working And I didn't really have much choice in the matter because we didn't have enough people to, like, do any kind of coverage or any reliable coverage. And I just had to bottle it all up and shove it down, which I'm pretty used to, unfortunately, but that's what I had to do, get by. And then I've had moments, like even now, where I get emotional and upset. But I'm not, like, upset that she's dead, per se. I'm just upset that I won't get to hug her. I won't get to hear her laugh. I won't get to tell her how my day's been. Or any kind of, like, updates. I'd have to grab some tissues. But, and, like, last year was our last Christmas together. And it was good. It was really good. Drank a lot of wine. But I'm not going to be able to drink wine with her ever again. I'm not going to be able to drink wine with my grandma ever again. And that was something that was really important to me. I was so excited to have my first glass of wine with my grandma. And I had lots of glasses of wine with her. But I don't get to do any of that anymore. I don't get to sit by the fire with her. Don't get to go camping. Not like she was in any physical position to go camping anymore, but that was like a really big family activity that we did. That's what's upsetting. Is that because she's dead, I don't get to do those things with her anymore. But I'm not upset with how she passed. She died in her sleep. And I'm okay with that. And that's how I wanted her to go. I wanted her to go in a peaceful way. And she did. But a large chunk of my mental health has suffered because I'm grieving. And it's made it hard to do the things that I love and that I like to do because I already suffer from depression, and I take antidepressants to help, and they do help. They're part of the reason that I'm okay as an adult and I can function. Same with my ADHD medication. That's been helpful too. It helps for me to be medicated. If I wasn't medicated, I don't think I would be okay. I really don't think I would be okay. And then there's another ad. Well, thank you, Spotify, for being free, I guess. I don't know. I should definitely grab a tissue, though. So I'm gonna do that for a second here. I need to blow my nose and shit. go. Yeah, didn't think I was gonna cry. Thought I could go talk about shit without crying, and yet here I am. That's okay, though. It's not the end of the world. I hope I'm not bringing anyone down, but it's okay, even if I am, because, like, some people aren't here for the personal details of my life, and that's fine. I just wanted to be candid about stuff, and actually, like, talk outside of video game related stuff, like what I usually do. But yeah, that's been a big reason as to why my mental health hasn't been great and why I haven't streamed as much as I probably would have this year. One good thing, well, there's lots of good things that happened to me this year. I'm just starting off with the most difficult thing because may as well get that out of the way first. Some of the great stuff that happened, though, is that, like, I got to go to, like, an anime rave night with some of my friends and have a really good time out in Calgary. That was a lot of fun. I changed jobs, so instead of working with clothes and being paid minimum wage, I have changed industries to something else. Don't want to get, like, too blah about it because I don't need people to know where I work and stuff, but yeah, I have a different day job. It's full-time, so I don't have as much free time on my hands to be able to stream and edit my footage. I'm actually, like, super behind when it comes to editing my footage right now. I'm trying to get ahead with it again, because I have a bunch of YouTube shorts that are scheduled up until, like, March of next year. So, the shorts, we're good on the shorts. It's just, like, the actual, like, videos that I'm in the process of trying to get caught up on. And honestly, it has not been easy, especially since, like, a good chunk of the footage is, like, 6 hours long. Like, if I just casually go into my folder that has all my fucking videos in it, wait for it to load. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have 14 stream VODs that I need to edit. No, 15. Sorry, 15. I have 15 stream VODs I need to edit. There's a video that I've been working on in the background and scripting that I've been working on and off because it's triggering for me to work on. And so that's why it's taking me quite a while to get it done, even though I wish I could just get it done and out of the way. So it's not like I don't have stuff that I'm working on. I do. It's just I have to figure out a way of prioritizing my time, and I'm not very good at that because, again, ADHD. And, you know, working a full-time job makes things a little difficult because, you know, don't have as much time on my hands to do the things I want to do. And, like, it's a very mentally exhausting job some days. Some days worse than others, of course. But for the most part, it's a very mentally demanding job. There's a lot of attention to detail with it, which is good. But, you know, after 8 hours, you're just, like, brain dead. What else? What else? Since it's close to Christmas, I am looking forward to Christmas. I plan on spending Christmas with a few people, because of course we're going to spend time with my boyfriend's family, and then we're going to spend time with my family. The way that I'm trying to, like, put it together is I'll spend time with my best friend and my mom and my boyfriend on Christmas Day at my best friend's house. We're going to have Christmas there, and that's kind of how it's going to be for, like, my family. Whereas, like, with my boyfriend, we'll see, like, his mom's side and we'll see his dad's side, and not sure what else could be there. I don't think anything else, but it's hard to say. Everything is always really chaotic around the holidays, especially since, like, his family and my family, they're both divorced. So that makes there's like an added difficulty to the navigation of that. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm also not sure when we're going to give our friends their Christmas presents. Right now, we're still in the process of wrapping them. I was honestly supposed to work on that today, but, you know, that hasn't happened. I wanted my boyfriend's help because, honestly, I'm not very good at wrapping presents. I'm pretty trash at it, actually. Whereas he doesn't seem to waste material as easily as I do when doing it. So, I wanted to wrap presents with him so that it would be less chance of me wasting it and me making it not look as good as it could, but it's fine. I'll probably just end up doing it myself later anyway and just hope I don't mess it up and make it look stupid. Because I wasn't even thinking of like wrapping Christmas presents. I wasn't even gonna do that. And then he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go buy stuff to wrap Christmas presents." And I'm like, "Fuck! I didn't plan for that. But okay." It's all with good intentions. I know it is. It's just really funny. Since I'm planning on cracking open some alcohol, I'm gonna switch the classification. There we go. Cause yeah, I think a Smirnoff is worth opening right about now. There we go. But yeah, I didn't realize how much my mental health would be affected by my grandma's death. Part of that, like, I knew I was gonna get hit, but I didn't think about how long lasting the grief would be, you know? I don't think that's something that you can really visualize, honestly. Like, I've heard about what it's like for other people, like my mom, because she's lost a few people in her life. And I knew how grief had affected her and how long it had affected her. But I didn't really have, like, any kind of, like, concept of how that would look like for me. And yeah, I think for me, what ends up mattering the most is for what kind of my level of grief is going to be for something is how much it meant to me and how much time I dedicated and spent either on it, with it, whatever it is. Because it, like, don't get me wrong, when my Uncle Kelly died, it hit me, and it hit me hard, and it hit me good, but I recovered more easily from that grief than I think I have been with my grandma. Because, like, I usually saw her every summer. I'd see her all throughout the year. Summer was when I would usually see her the most, but I was always there for Christmas or around Christmas. And then, of course, we have an ad right as I'm trying to do shit. Spotify! You're ruining my heartfelt moments. Oh god, it's the Calgary fucking police ad again. God. Why? Why does it have to play this ad so much for me? I don't understand. But whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I spent a lot of time with my grandma. And she was like a safe space for me. Her house was always a place that I could go to. if I needed to get away from the world and get away from everything. And now I don't have that anymore. And losing that sucks too. Because I never really... That was the only place that I had as a safe space growing up, was my grandma's house. I didn't really have anywhere else. This is a good song. Sorry, got distracted. Good song. I like that. But yeah, like, I'm not used to feeling safe and feeling like I can just exist and have that be fine and normal and okay. Obviously, in my own house, that's different because I've cultivated that environment and I worked hard to get to this point. But it's not like it's something that's been a thing for me, like, for, like, a long time. It's only been 5 years that I've had that. And 5 years is, like, not even a drop in the bucket when it comes to the entire time that I've been alive. Which is weird that I've been alive this long, too. Because, like, I have a very different connection to death as a whole than I think other people do. Like, a lot of people are scared of their own death, and a lot of people are scared of death in general, and I'm just not. I'm not necessarily scared of those things. If anything, I'm more, like, morbidly curious about them. I used to have, like, a more unhealthy relationship with it, because, like, I had suicidal ideation for a really long time, until I was, like, medicated and in a better living environment. And I didn't think that I'd be alive to even see me turn 25, let alone 29. So it's a bit weird because I didn't really have... Because, like, other people who grew up in, like, what I would quote-unquote say is normal homes is, like, they probably would have already had, like, a plan for the future of some kind. But all that I had was some very loose threads that I didn't know how to tie together. And even if I did know how to tie them together, there wasn't any guarantee that I'd be alive in order to realize it. So I just didn't really think that much about it, I guess. And now I'm here, and I have all this time, and I don't really, like, I know what I want to do with it, but I also don't. And I don't know how to organize my life. I don't know how to prioritize what I want and how I'm going to get there. Like, ADHD, it's not helpful. But yeah, that's kind of like where my headspace has been, like, all throughout this year, has just been trying to like make space for my grief, trying to continue to improve as a person, because I think there's things, well, obviously I've listed a few things that I could improve upon, that I'm always trying to improve upon. But yeah, there's still lots that I want to do and stuff. I just don't really know how it's going to play out, how it's going to look. Yeah. I think there was more I wanted to say, but I'm not sure. I didn't script any of this beforehand, and that might have been something I should have done. That way it wasn't so, like, sporadic and all over the place. But it almost felt like I shouldn't script it, because then maybe it wouldn't come across as genuine, if that makes sense. Because I wanted to be more candid. I wanted to open up a bit more than what I usually do when I'm streaming or making any content. God, I hate it when it's called content. because, like, it's too general of a term, and, like, literally anything could be considered content. Literally anything could be considered something for entertainment value. And I don't know, it just sounds fucking weird. Never would have thought that shit would evolve the way that it has in this timeline. That was it. There we go. I don't know if it's been, like, within the last couple of months, or if it was, like, earlier on in the year where I felt this way. And, like, this is my own, like, personal, like, conspiracy theory. I'm not even sure if it's, like, even something that's considered, like, real or valid or fucking whatever. But it almost feels like I'm in the wrong timeline sometimes. And I don't really know how to expand upon that more than that, but it just feels like shit shifted into, like, some weird fucking spin-off of a timeline, and I'm hoping it goes back to wherever the main timeline is, whatever that even is to begin with. But so far it seems to be, like, veering way off in its own direction, and it's just been so fucked. Like, I've been watching the news and keeping up as much as I can with current events, and, like, shit's fucked. And I don't know if it's gonna get better. I want it to. I really do. I want it to get better, but I don't know what that's gonna look like, and I don't know how we're gonna get there. But yeah, I think that's about the gist of everything I wanted to, like, lay off my chest and be like, hey, this is the shit that's been in my brain, as much as I don't necessarily want it to be, you know? So yeah, I think I'll switch the category here so that we can actually, like, be gaming. There we go. Switch the category, enter some of my tags that I usually have. There. There, and then I'll turn that off because we don't need that, and then I will switch audio stuff around. Turn on my Steam. But yeah, year in review, 2024 had its ups and downs, that's for sure. The downs were really fucking down, but at least the ups were nice. Okay. Now, which thing is it? Is it this one? Yeah, it should be this one. There we go. Now we're back to our regular scheduled program of, you know, whoa, mixing drinks and changing lives, but with someone in the sister. The sister never used to be in the title screen. It used to just be me. That's actually really sweet. I don't think I noticed that before. That's awesome. I don't know where I left off, though. I think it was here, because that seems right. Okay. Anyhow. Ah. I'd buy that for $1. Okay, bro. Ah. Okay. Boss should clean the chicken buckets she throws out. Everyone can smell the spice from a mile away. Right, I guess I should pick the music, huh? We'll do meet the staff, like, right out of the gate, because why not? Ooh, I like the sound of Glitch City. That's so sick. I like that. The assignment. This will be like too intense to follow up with, I think. Actually, no, it's not bad. Okay, never mind. What about Heart of the City? What's that? Yeah, that's intense. We'll do Out of Orbit. What's Skyline sound like again? Because Down Approaches sounds like the... Yeah, okay. Thought so. Your Love is a Drug is one of her songs. Kira Miki. So we'll do that. And then we'll end on... Where is it? Welcome to Valhalla? Yeah. There. So we'll do Meet the Staff and then end on Welcome to Valhalla. You could take a couple minutes more, you know. I'm fine, thanks. How did you get the helmet off? Turns out the release button was jammed with ashes. Whoever owns that helmet made sure to use it to the point of voiding the warranty. Oh, I think that's still too loud. There. That ought to be better for everybody if it's not that loud. It's loud on my end, but that's fine. I don't... Who needs eardrums, right? Keep it safe in case she comes back, okay? Sure. Now take it away from me before I feel compelled to put it on again. Right. Yes, it's open. Great. Welcome to Valhalla. Good evening. What kind of place is this? Did I step into some kind of afterlife? Do you often enter places without knowing what they are? Sorta, kinda, yeah? Well, this is a bar. A bar? Nice, nice. What can I get you? I don't know. I don't drink that much, to be honest. What do you recommend for me? What do you normally enjoy? I like tea. That's not something I can work with. What about flavors? Bitter, but not too bitter? Sorry if it's too confusing. Something bitter, but not too much. Maybe something bitter and girly? Let me see what I can get you. So we'll start with bitter. Would it like a sunshine cloud? Yeah, bitter, girly, soft. Yeah, we'll go with that. On the rocks, optional Karmatrine. We'll do like half, but it has to be blended. There we go. Try this. Yep, this'll do just fine, thanks. You don't look like you're from around here. What brought you by, miss? I'm the star that always shines in the dark night sky. I'm the glow that will guide you through your sorrow. I'm the northern light that will show you your dreams. I'm Kira Miki. So, should I call you Miss Miki or Miss Kira? No, you're not getting it. I'm just Kira Miki. Here, let me help you. I'll say Kira and you say Miki, okay? Okay. Kira! Miki. No. Put more spirit into it. Kira! Miki. Almost there. Kira! Miki. Kira! Miki. Kira! Miki! Kira! Miki! That's it. Are you feeling it? Kira! Miki! Kira! Miki! Kira! Miki! And don't you ever forget it. What the hell am I doing out here? Where were we, Jamie? Right, I was telling you. Wow, you're good. Thank you. It's nice to know I still have it.
especially since I have a concert in a bit.
Concert? Wait, you're the Lilim that's putting on a concert tonight?
I'm one Lilim who is putting on a concert tonight. I don't know if I'm the same Lilim you're looking for.
And what are you doing all the way down here?
Well, they were making last preparations for the concert, so I snuck out. My producer is always obnoxious while that's going on, so I just decided to leave. I saw one of the concert's posters outside and decided to check this place.
Just that? Isn't that a bit dangerous?
Won't your producer be mad when you go back? He will, but it's not the first time I've done this. And he still needs me to do the concert anyway.
I see. How big is the concert?
We planned for a bit over 100,000 people and sold out fast. So we managed to secure ourselves another show in a couple of weeks.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I may not have as many fans as other performers, but mine are very loyal, and that's nice.
Over 100,000 is not many? Then what exactly is? Hold on, then based on your little demonstration from before, I should call you Miss Miki, right?
You don't get it. Let's start from the top.
I'll just call you Miss Idol then.
Oh, I like that. Hey, do you have anything soft?
Soft as in alcohol-free?
No, I meant soft as in soft.
Soft? Let's see what I can get you. I mean, this one's soft. It counts. Aged and mixed.
Try this. Yeah, this'll do it. Thanks. Hey, have you considered being more theatrical when mixing drinks?
Eh?
Yeah, you know, like spinning bottles and lighting drinks on fire, that kind of stuff.
When I was in college, I tried going to a party once. The bartender who tried those tricks gave me a nasty bump on the forehead when the bottle slipped its hand. Those kind of theatrics usually feel pointless and seem to slow down the process of actually making a drink.
Yeah, but never underestimate the power of putting on a good show. It can feel incredible and be very rewarding, you know?
I'll keep it in mind.
Hey, is this glass important?
Depends on why you're asking.
Do you want me to sign it?
Oh, sure, I guess.
No guessing. Are you sure or not?
Yeah, do as you please.
Okay then, who should I make it out to?
Maybe for my boss. I wonder if Gil would like it, though.
Your name, girl.
Oh, for Jill, then.
For Jill, never lose your star. From Kira Miki.
Oh, that's a pretty autograph.
Thanks.
No, thank you. I'm guessing someone with as many fans as you has their fair share of stalkers, right?
Well, there are two kinds of people that obsess over me. There are the shy ones that follow me everywhere, hiding just out of sight. And then there's my fan club.
What's the difference between them?
The fan club follows me around a lot too, but they usually keep a distance. Actually, I think they're outside waiting for me right now.
I see.
They're also very organized. They'd make pretty good soldiers. The others, the stalkers, are a bit sneakier and don't act in groups.
I'm guessing those stalkers must be bothersome, huh?
Actually, they're not that bad. Stalkers are nice when you get used to them.
That's a statement. I remember one once protected me from being mugged. There's another that breaks into my house once a week to make me breakfast. And she fails to see the problem? I just wish they'd leave my underwear drawer the same way they find it. I take pride in how neatly I organize my underwear, you know? I take pride in my old liquor collection. I guess it's the same. No, wait, it isn't.
Yeah, you get me, Jill.
Okay, one more drink before I go.
By now the stage should be all organized, so the fallout should have settled.
Isn't it a bit late for a concert?
It's a part of my gimmick. I always make concerts that go from night till dawn. In this one, I'm supposed to close with a song called Sunshine Stone. If everything goes as planned and the weather forecast is accurate, the sun should come up just as I reach the climax of the song. I'd be depressed if they ask for Your Love Is a Drug as an encore, though. That sounds nice. Hey, I need to make people feel their tickets were worth the ridiculous price, you know? Don't you think it sucks to pay for something only to find out you shouldn't have bothered? Yeah, one time I bought some expensive coffee in this one cafe. It tasted like filthy water with cream. I still don't know if it was the coffee or the girl that served it, but it was bad. Man, that sucks. Speaking of which, do you have anything better? I really need to wake myself up. Let's see what I can find for you. Well, this ought to wake you up. Try this. Yeah, this works. So how is it? It could be a bit sweeter, but it's delicious. I figured it was for waking you up or something, so... Really nice, thanks. Hey Jill, have you ever lost your identity? I've lost my ID card a couple of times, yeah? No, I mean your identity. Forgotten who you are. What's with the change in expression? No, not really. I did. Eh? Kira Miki is just an artist name. At first it was hard for me to play the part, you know? But I gained so much satisfaction from the concerts that I decided to invest myself. And I overdid it. How so? I became so invested in the character that I forgot who I was. Who was I before I became Kira Miki? What did I like? Where does Kira Miki end and I begin? I just don't know anymore. Sounds rough. What drove you to such a decision? The fact that I know I'm performing a noble duty. How? You have to deal with many stressful things in everyday life. Work, debt, sickness, insecurity, the black slime that comes out of the sewers every full moon. I wonder what that's about. You don't know what will wait, or you don't know what will await you every morning. You don't know if you'll make it back to bed that night. When measured, the cons of life outweigh the pros. People need something to cling to, and for many, I'm that thing. You are? During my concerts, they stop being themselves for 4 hours. They're not a nurse, an office worker, or a store clerk. For those 4 hours, they're just part of the mass that goes to see an idol. No religion, gender, or social class divides them. They're all at the same level. Damn. When not in concert, I try to give them songs that will cheer them up, that will make their lives worth living. When I see the people call my name from the stage, I know they're thanking me. Thanking me for that single moment where they can be happy. That's what I love about the stadium. I'm down below while they're up high. Excuse me. If forgetting who I was before means that I can protect those smiles, so be it. I'll make that sacrifice as many times as needed. Because I live for them. Because I know I help them. I'm the star that always shines in the dark night sky. I'm the glow that will guide you through your sorrow. I'm the northern light that will show you your dreams. I am Kira Miki. And don't you ever forget that. Fan club, to me! We ride to the stadium. Wow. She's something else, huh? I suddenly feel the urge to ditch my shift and follow. Do you think she's telling the truth? Give me a sec. According to this article, her real name is Michelle Kingston, deployed about 2 years ago. She did a few variety shows with her jazz band, but went solo afterwards. What was all that talk then? She was drunk, and she was a very peculiar drunk. Figures. Still quite the motivational performer, though. No doubt. Boss, we're done. Alright. You feel like going to that girl's concert? Nah, I don't think so. I don't have tickets anyway. Hey boss, does the name Red Comet ring any bells? Why, that was my moniker during my wrestling days. Your... Huh? That's what they called me during my time in the Grand Slam Fighters. They saw me coming, but they couldn't stop me before I crashed into their heads. Any reason for being red specifically? That way I was 3 times faster. How did you find that out? Do you like wrestling? A client mentioned it yesterday when he saw you. I just kinda remembered it. Ah, I see. I should take you to a wrestling match sometime. Maybe you'll like it. Maybe. In any case, Gil's cleaning the glasses today, so I'll leave now. Take care. Oh, and boss, don't cram anything on your head without thinking, please. Yeah. Not bad at all. Okay, so she'll focus at work. That's good. I think all of the articles are going to be stuff that I've read before. So I'm not going to necessarily reread them again. Wait, what's this? Gloria Light in her quest for a Tino award? I feel like I haven't seen this. I could have, but I might not have. It doesn't seem like something I've seen. Wait, blocked in the region. Okay, right. Never mind. That's why. Right. Okay. So this is something I've read before. I know that. And the Dome concert. Yeah. May as well save. Time to go to work. Good evening. Oh, hi there. I was expecting the bar to be different before opening hours, but I guess it's just the same tired thing. Alma? Ah, Leonidas. Gillian. Marcello. I stumbled across her on my way in and asked her if she wanted to tag along. Hope you don't mind. Sure, make yourself at home. Where's Boss? She didn't put the helmet on again, did she? She went out for a bit. I don't know what for, but she'll be back. All right. Alma, make yourself comfortable while I prepare. Great, thanks. I don't feel like changing it. Time to mix drinks and change lives. What was that? Oh, just something they made me say back in instruction. It kind of stuck. Huh. I went to a school that made us stand up with our hands on our backs when someone came in. That habit didn't rub off until high school or so. Yeah, it's kind of like that. Oh yeah, look at this. A glass with a signature? To I'll assume it's either an autograph or an impromptu medicine, recipe. That Kira Miki girl came here yesterday before her concert, actually. Oh yeah, now I see her name here. You don't seem very surprised. I like B-Link more, actually. The stoic-looking duo, right? Yep, those. Seems you had a better day than mine yesterday. I had to break up with Damien. I see. Want a drink? You don't seem very surprised. Alma, we've known each other for, what, a few months now? I'd be interested if those relationships of yours went further than a week or two. You say you broke up, but there's usually not enough time to foster something to break. It's more like the guy wasn't what I wanted, so I stopped flirting. You could pretend to be more interested, you know. Like my mom says, if I don't buy it, it's because I don't know the product. Or it's because I know the product. Speaking of buying, do you want a frame? A frame? Yeah, for all these pics you have of your boss, the ones filling your phone's memory. Some seem sneakily taken at that. Is that true? What do you care? How the hell did you find that out? So it is true. Shut up. I'm a hacker, remember? You shouldn't piss off a hacker. Oh, I really like this one of her sleeping in her office. I think I'll copy it. You... Hey, can you make me a bad touch before we keep arguing? Pfft, sure. There, I made it a big one. Here you go. This is one big bat. Are you hitting on me? You wish. Ahem, so who's Damien again? The one with the nice car. Sure, he's also the manager at the bank, but that car was what caught my eye. And what was wrong with him? Turns out he was a LARPer. LARP? Live-action role-playing. Sounds more like the nickname of some very heavy-handed writer or a military organization. What did he roleplay as? Have you heard of the Woodstock fairs? Those events where people barely dress, stink, roll in the mud, and fuck in the open? Those are hippies, yeah. He frequents those, and it's something I'd rather not deal with. At all. If I stayed with him, I'd eventually have to. I mean, I need to support my partner in what he does, but if it's something like that... You see, that's the problem right there. You say breaking up like you had something formal, but most of the time you're still getting to know him. Think about it. Have you ended your longest-lasting relationships for things like those? Okay, sorry for not using the right word or whatever, but I'm still sorely disappointed. And at least I'm trying to get some action. When was the last time you spent the night with someone else? Last night. Your cat doesn't count. A year ago. It was messy. See? I mean, I have no idea how you deal with that. If I were you, I would have pushed fuckboy over there into a closet ages ago. Fuckboy? People have different needs and priorities. Yes, but don't you miss having the warmth of someone else at your side? Using them as a pillow, mixing your perfume with theirs. Putting your head on their chest, listening to them breathe as they pet your head. Dozing off, knowing they're there, watching you, protecting you. Jill? Anything I can make you to shut up and drink? I'll have you know that my uncle Juan taught me ventriloquism when I was 12. Drinking won't stop me from talking or making tasteless puns for Aunt Rosa. Still, get me something weird, would you? Huh, ventriloquism. Weird? A weird drink? Yeah, something different, experimental, uncommon. Promo drinks, hey? Well... I guess a Zen Star? On the rocks and mixed. Here. Yeah, this fits the bill. It's a promotional drink made to commemorate a movie. Read, they leapt at the chance to sell drinks that would be unmarketable otherwise. Oh. You know your orders are weird today. They are? Yeah, usually the first thing you ask for is a brandini and then something like a cobalt velvet or something similar. Well, I sometimes feel like I need something different, you know? Something tells me part of the reason you left this Damien is because he was too deep into routine. Maybe. Hey, speaking of routines, as a hacker, what's your opinion on the whole Alice Rabbit thing? That's the silence of somebody who just heard something stupid. Stupid enough to warrant the speech they've prepared just for occasions like this. As always, very perceptive of you. You know, decades ago there was this group of people that hacked simple sites with an agenda. Can't remember what they used to call themselves, I just remember that it was just petty vandalism. Anyway, everyone that participated started using the same name. They wanted to create this anonymous anarchist identity. The whole Alice Rabbit thing is the logical conclusion of that. It's what happens when that idea reaches its breaking point and goes mainstream. It's no longer a group, but an individual. An untouchable entity watching from the shadows, monitoring and judging everything anyone does. Observing, tolerating no one but itself. A lot of bullshit for what's essentially a pet the press made up. The antithesis of your usual boogeyman, if you must. So you don't think such a person exists? Don't know, don't care. I mean, we have seen the actions of such an entity, but it might be anything, an individual, a group, an AI. That's not taking into account all the copycats and pranksters using the name. So Alice Rabbit is a thing that exists, but it's also really muddied overall. There's something else that worries me, though. That kind of story always catches the attention of kids and such. They start trying to hack stuff without knowing the risks or consequences. Imagine if suddenly a group of tweens broke into this bar and started asking for drinks. That's how it feels for me, and it's thanks to that damned Alice Rabbit thing. I see. But enough of that. There's a more pressing matter at hand. There is? Yeah, you've been delaying my invitations for hanging out sometime for too long. Oh, that. Do you hate me that much, Jill? Does my presence make you that uncomfortable? No, At this rate, I might just crash by your apartment. That way you can't just say no. Maybe I'll also crash for the night. We could have a sleepover, braid our hair, tell stories all night, shower together. You know you need some human warmth in that place. Your tits alone would fill my entire bathroom. Man, you react too nonchalantly. It's no fun. React a little bit. Let me tease you for a second. I refuse. In all seriousness, though, any particular reason you keep turning down my invitations? I mean, it's not a date. I just want to have a conversation with you outside these four walls. I'm not a morning person. I registered for a night shift precisely to avoid waking up early. The earliest I've asked you out is 10 a.m., you know. That's early morning by my standards. I mean, it's not that I don't want to hang out, I just don't want to wake up early. You are hopeless. Anyway, I'm gonna need another drink here. Like, say, a big brandtini. Finally, that's the Alma I know. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I even make... Oh, I can. I can make a big brandtini. Look at that. Barely fits. Here. You know, brandtini is such a weird name. It was originally supposed to replicate the martini. Problem is, the BTC got a hold of a brand of vermouth that was named after a certain automobile company. So on a weird whim, they changed the name. I see. Oh, she's drunk. I somehow got her drunk. I didn't mean to get Kira Miki drunk this time, but I did totally make her drunk too, so... J-I-L-L. That'd be for a 6-9, 6C, 6C. Or a bunch of binary that I am not gonna read out loud. In binary, you have 15 ones. Did you celebrate your your 15th birthday party, Jill? Don't think so. What about your sweet 16? Did you do anything special for that? Nope. And your 18th or 21st? No, none of those. I saw no point in making them any different from other birthdays. Oh, but they're different. How so? They celebrate your budding sexuality. It's the point where society tells you that you can fuck. I mean, I guess that you're starting to look appealing enough for other people to consider fucking you. Oh, wow, this is not a conversation I thought was gonna happen. It's also the hypocritical way they tell you you can but shouldn't fuck. I guess that's one way of seeing it. Although there's no point in celebrating those so late. There was this one time in middle school where I got fed up with a teacher. I was in 8th grade, but the idiot kept treating me like a child. So one day I adjusted my shirt, pushed my boobs together with my arms, and told him, "Teacher, you do know you could get me pregnant, right?" Poor bastard couldn't look at me for the rest of the year. I also got suspended, scolded, and grounded, but it was totally worth it. I was a blossoming woman, and I wasn't gonna stand for it. This is why I like numbers. Numbers don't await your sexual awakening just to tell you later that you shouldn't be sexual. Numbers never betray you. They don't cross you. They don't expect you to form a family or give them grandkids. You think a 27 cares if you have a Catholic wedding? No, but I care that you're drunk. I am most certainly not. Then spell your name. 41, 6C, 60, 61. There. Not in hexadecimal. L, M. I'll call you a cab. I'll be fine. I'm going home now. My brother-in-law is close by. He told me to call him when I was done. Bye, Jill. Take care out there. Hello, sugar. Ow! Hello, Mr. Donovan. Like my pop used to say, never touch the ass of a woman with metallic arms. I think it's more like plastic and carbon fiber. They're hard as fuck, and that's all my abdomen felt. Do you normally greet people that way? I'm a man that can't contain himself when he sees something he likes, kid. Oh, but don't worry, you're safe. You're flatter than the field at my summer house, because that is just wonderful. A bit of advice. You shouldn't provoke the ones serving you drinks or food. Don't be offended, kid. You have your audience. I'm just not part of it. Today I'm making this a quick one. Gotta tend to business in a while. Having said that, I'll just have the usual. Well, it's probably a beer. The usual. Glad to see that being offended doesn't affect your service. I'm not offended, just irked. What brings you today, Mr. Donovan? That girl I interviewed yesterday is coming again in a couple of weeks, so I was working to clinch an exclusive interview. Did you succeed? Who the hell do you think you're talking to? I'm Donovan D. Dawson. I always get what I want. Sure, I had to blackmail the editors of other outlets, but the end result is what matters. Stand-up citizen right in front of me, yes. I see. Wait, blackmail? You'd be surprised at the kind of stuff you find out when you get the right people drunk. Hey, the signature on that glass over there. Oh yeah. That big-titted Lilum was here? She came yesterday before the concert, yeah. Anything juicy come out of her visit? No. Gossip-worthy? No. Tabloid-worthy? No. Come on, there has to be something. Well, her love for what she does is so honest and pure that anyone who tries to ruin it should be ashamed. Oh, don't give me that shit. Throw me a bone here, anything. I've got nothing. Everyone has a price. How much for you to spill the beans? I'm serious here. She said nothing that could be used against her, or that you didn't already know. Fine. Say, are many of your interns women, Mr. Donovan? All of my interns are women, kid. Every single one of them is a pack of hungry, desperate bitches. Why only women? 'Cause he's a fucking horn dog. Did you ever watch Race for Hope? The movie? Yeah. A movie about a journalist looking for clues regarding a murder. That tacky movie had everything. Romance, action, a dog with sunglasses. It also sold this weird, fantastical image of what journalism is. I'm guessing lots of girls saw it in high school and wanted to become journalists. And now I have to deal with that shit. Oh, excuse me. How can you be so sure? My first brother-in-law was a doctor. He said that a couple of years after that emergency heart movie, all of his interns were women for a long while. And this why you don't let brats that barely understand what responsibilities are pick a career. Do you perhaps know a girl named Kimberly LaVallette? Doesn't ring a bell. Who is she? Nobody. Forget I said anything. Any interesting preview of tomorrow's news? You expect me to share my information when you wouldn't share your scoop on the singer? How can one share when there's honestly nothing to share? Uh-huh. I'm gonna be a good citizen today and let this one pass. Have you heard of a group called the Harbingers? Not really, no. There's some group wanting to overthrow the White Knights. I read their manifesto in the bathroom once. Interesting piece and even better makeshift toilet paper. They talk about how the organization is corrupt, full of mob bosses or something like that. I think I've heard about that somewhere. What of them? They sent a message to some outlets saying they have proof of their claims, that they're gonna release it to the public tomorrow. Oh, that'd be interesting to see, I think. I know, right? Alright, kid, give me a Bleeding Jane so I can call it a day. Bleeding Jane it is. Here. Simple enough for you, I see. So I've heard this is Dana Zane's bar, is that true? Yeah. Never thought I'd hear about the undefeated of the West again. More so after that incident with the bears. Where is she? She's out running some bears? 6 years ago, a crash-strapped Dana Zane entered the underground ring for money. Faced 10 enraged grizzly bears. She beat them all without killing them. I heard she set them free afterwards, too. And you were there? I was drunk and bored. What can I say? Do you know if she lost her arm there? Can't remember. Too drunk. Maybe she had her prosthetic then, too. I heard someone there suggest that she lost it after throwing a baseball out of some stadium. Threw it so hard her arm fell off. But that sounds more like an unsubstantiated rumor. More like something she made up. Well, I gotta go. Next time you see Dana, thank her for winning me my second yacht. I knew betting on her was the right choice. Please come again. Yeah. I guess I could change the music around. Commencing simulation, hopes and dreams, every day is night. Who was I? What is this one? Oh yeah! Go streaming chan. Everything will be okay. Safe haven, those who dwell in shadows. Snowfall. Reminiscence? I don't know. Neon District. Ah, boss, you're back. Yeah, sorry about not being here earlier. What were you doing? I had a brief meeting with my BTC regional manager. Oh, everything all right? As all right as it can be, considering that we're closing eventually. When will that happen? I don't know. Brian said that we'll be safe for a few months while the paperwork is filed and everything's being put in order. Oh. I was also talking to him about you. About me? Yeah, I was telling him to do whatever it takes to ensure you don't spend too much time without a job. If possible, to reassign you ASAP after closing. Hey, if it helps, Brian might be the angriest of us all. They want to close the only bar in the whole area that hasn't given me any headaches, he said. Huh. What about Gil? He's the one that worries me the most, actually. He's kinda working using the credentials of another guy that was working here before. Who? The one who bought a levitation potion and then threw himself off a building. Gee, I wonder if that levitation potion worked. Ah yes, the levitation potion story. You use weird euphemisms, boss. Anyway, I find it hard to believe that Gil will find a job after all this. Just who is Gil? I have an idea of who he is, but I'm still putting pieces together. Anyway, back to work. Imminent closure, it's no excuse to slack off. Yes, sir. You guys do know I can hear you, right? This place looks familiar. Excuse me, is this the Valhalla bar? It is indeed. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh god, what is Say planning now? Excuse me? I want a drink whose name was changed after many women protested. Can you get me that? I think I remember exactly which one she's talking about. Here you go. Very nice. Thanks a lot. So you know Say, Miss... I'm Stella Hoshi. My pleasure. Yeah, I know her. She's been here before, yes? Yep. In fact, I'm glad you know her because she left this year last time. Oh god, so she left her helmet behind again. Not the first time, huh? Excuse me. Her helmets have been picked up by all sorts of people in the last 3 months. Valets, nurses, morticians, fire jugglers. She's been lucky enough to always leave it with people who return it, at least. Whoa, quite a few people. Say's as much of a sociable girl as she is a total klutz. At least when she's not being serious. She's very competent when she puts her mind to it. I see. So did she recommend you this place, or... We're meeting here today. I can see why she chose this place. It's the kind of place she likes. Say, is that Kira Miki's autograph on that glass? Seems like the glass is a conversation starter. Nice. Yeah, it is. How did you get it? She stopped here yesterday just before the concert. Really? I mean, she did? Yeah, nice girl. Can I see it? Sure. Yep, this star-like signature is hers. So your name's Jill then? Yep. Ain't this nice? Here you go. Do you like her, Miss Stella? Just call me Stella. I do. Whenever you hear her songs, you're filled with so much energy and happiness. I heard she even opened with a new version of Shine Spark. I'm so vexed that I couldn't purchase a ticket for this one. New version. Yeah, I heard a leak from the event. It felt more... how to put it? Hot-blooded. I see. She definitely took the dark act too far. Oh, excuse me for a second. Hello? Where the hell are you? Car crash? Oh, you're helping. Will it take long? Alright. Yeah, don't worry. I take it that was Say. Yes. Will you wait for her? I will. In the meantime, I feel like having another drink. One that was prepared in memory of its creator's dearest friend. Oh, God. I don't think I remember that. Well, it's none of these yet. That was all of them. That's not helpful. Honor of a good friend. What is it? The piano man, maybe? I think the only one that makes sense is a piano man, but honestly, I could be wrong. We're about to find out. Unless there's bottled drinks. But no, it's not gonna be that. I got no idea. Is this the one you had in mind? Yes, exactly. Oh my god, I did it. Thank you. May I ask you something that might be personal? It isn't about my eye, is it? No, it's not. Or at least I don't think so. I don't get to serve many cat boomers, so it's something I've been curious about. Did you go through the procedure because of a disease or because of the fad? Before I was born, I was diagnosed with nanomachine rejection, so it had to be done, otherwise I would have died shortly after birth. I'm a bit on the weak side because of it, though. I'm sorry if I overstepped. I don't mind. It's always nice to dispel the idea that my parents were just into the fad. You seem to know your drinks, Jill. Well, I guess I've read a bit more than the recipe book. Do you like alcohol? Yeah, but not in the usual way. I don't drink that much outside of canned beer. But their colors, their stories, the way you need to keep them the way you need to keep them stored, their designs. It sounds a bit silly when I say it out loud. Not at all. Do you collect them or anything like that? Actually, yeah, I started with my grandpa's collection and have been slowly growing it. It's been hard because of my debts, but I manage little by little. Do you like alcohol, Stella? I'm here, right? But I'm normally more of a social drinker. Unless it's with somebody, I don't tend to drink much. I see. Sorry I'm late. Welcome. You took your sweet time. Yeah, sorry. I got caught in rush hour traffic too and figured walking might be faster. Luckily there was a building with emergency stairs nearby and I climbed down. Climbed down? Took an air cab. Oh. I would suggest using ground transportation, but I'm happy to see you put safety first. Safety? No, flying cars are just way cooler. I still don't understand how they don't give you motion sickness. If I find out how I avoid it, you'll be the first to know. Anyway, I'll have whatever she orders next. I'd like a drink that was... You're at it again, you and your cryptic orders always leaving us with weird stuff. Hey, I expect only the best from whoever serves me. They need to be able to answer these kinds of orders. Still, I'm sure you're wearing poor Jill out here with that kind of stuff. She's done quite well so far, actually. Really? Thank you. Whatever, please order something normal, would you? That'll be 2 fringe weavers, then. You'll have 2 drinks at once? No, we're sharing. What? Like half a glass for each? Isn't it better if it's 1 for each? Don't worry, you'll see. 2 fringe weavers. So, this one's for you, and this one's for me. You said you wanted whatever I asked for, right? Oh, that way. You could have said so earlier. Oh yeah, here. Hey, so this is where I left my helmet. Thanks. You really need to be more careful with your things. Yeah, but I have spares. Those spares should be saved for when the one you're using breaks or malfunctions, not when you lose it. Those helmets cost money, you know. Yeah, sorry. Should I say that boss got her head stuck because of a jammed button? Speaking of money, you still going to that meeting at the bank tomorrow? Yep, you worried? I'll refrain for now. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. Don't be. It'll be fine. Rumors are just rumors. Rumors? They say something might happen at the bank tomorrow. But with all the tension in the air lately, it's hard to know if it's true. As if the fear-mongering wasn't enough, the people have also started spreading baseless rumors. Just yesterday I had to stop a group of rampaging youngsters that heard the city would be leveled by bombs. Everyone's on edge. Yeah. I know you're worried, but I have to go there. It's orders from the higher-ups. Tell me something. If somebody came after me, do you think they'd stand a chance? You're quite strong, but... I'll take something to protect myself. Be prepared for anything. Would that make you feel safer? Maybe. I'll tell you what. After I come back, we'll get some ice cream. That way you can vent all your frustrations. All right. Seems my vehicle's here to pick me up. You coming, Say? Nah, I'll stay here a bit longer. Okay then. Take care. Bye. She's such a worrywart. That means she cares about you. I've never doubted. Say, why does my helmet smell like bacon? Bacon? Not that I mind, I'm just curious. Well, you know how some things absorb the smell of what's nearby? It must have grabbed it from one of the ingredients. I see. Do you believe all that stuff about tensions growing in that anarchist group trying to disband the White Knights? To tell you the truth, I am a bit worried. Even in my division, there's some shady business going on, but I don't want to investigate too deeply. What kind of business? From what I understand, things like working with human traffickers or drug dealers, letting them act as they wish. Excuse me. Some even say the ones that do get apprehended are the ones that have failed them in some way. Stella always says the White Knights are just glorified mall security. She says that if it's been proven beyond a doubt that some shady business is going on, Zaibatsu Corps' main branch would separate themselves from the whole White Knight division. Something about the Associates' fear of bad PR resulting in them moving to the BTC. Sounds plausible. Yeah, it kind of worries me though, because I really like my job. And I guess a similar fear exists among the upper ranks. Lately they seem restless. Too much politics, huh? It hurts my brain. I just want to rescue people and help them. I just want to do my job without worries about politics of any kind. What are you doing at the bank tomorrow? My colonel needed to relay some information to the manager, and I was picked because he trusted me. Well, he said, you're such a simpleton that you'd never give the wrong message, but it's his intention that counts. Oh. Finally, the Dorothy has come back to Valhalla. Please refrain from doing those sitcom-like entrances. You're disturbing other clients. Oh, come on. You know the audience would have gone wild with that one. And besides, you make it sound like you have a full house. It's uncommon to see you here 2 days in a row. I wanted to grab something before starting my shift. Grab something before they start grabbing me, you could say. Hey, you having a drink? Can I buy you one? Why, yes, thank you. Honey, you should follow her example and offer me drinks more often. We'll see. What are you having? I'll have what she's having. Then I've got the perfect thing. Let's have a blue fairy. One for both? One for each. All right. Blue fairy. I should make it a big one, if I can. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Age mix. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Two fairies. Hey, this is pretty good. See? And it's blue like your hair. It is. So, what's your name, sweetie? Call me Say. All right, Say. I'm Dorothy. Say. Yes, yes. Say. Yes, yes. Say. Say. Say, why did you just buy me a drink? I just thought you were cute as a button, so I wanted to invite you to join me. Wow, you have to be the first person to offer me a drink without having an ulterior motive. And that includes fuckboy over there. What do you mean? Trust me, when you work in my kind of field, you learn to read cues from everything. And this girl is simple to a fault. How so? You're the what you see is what you get type. That look on your face is of one that simply sees no point in lying, coupled with the fact that you're here in what looks like your work attire, tells me that you're so married to your job that sex is too far down your priority list to notice its existence. So if you invited me to a drink because you found me cute and that's the extent of it, I believe you. Thank you. You say she's the first one, but what about Deal giving you a ticket the other day? Who? Oh yeah, the little one with the dogs. No, he doesn't count. He looked like a humanoid mat. Ouch. You seem very perceptive, Dorothy, but I'm not too far behind. How so? I can tell your body is heavily modded with things you shouldn't even have. Your tongue is a BEB069 with DNA scanning capabilities. Your skin is coated with an anti-radiation finish. Your joints are of the premium extra flexible variety. And the most important thing, your hands. What about them? I don't know how modded your body is under your clothes. The tongue, joints, and skin are merely interesting. But your hands are the MARD 113 of Realta Industries, a model designed to shoot Class 5 bullets from its fingertips. So? Clause G of Article 17 in the Augmentations and Modifications Law on the topic of ballistics augmentations. Any humanoid or sapient creature under civilian designation that has upgraded any of its person to hold firearms of Class 3 grade or higher will be either commissioned for disarmament or sent to danger zones. Well, what are you gonna do? Nothing. I'm not in law enforcement. I just do rescue, and even if I was, I'm not on duty right now. Oh. I want to know, though, why go through with that upgrade? A girl's got to take care of herself, you know? I want to be able to deal with things if they get ugly, and this is the most discreet mod I had. Or at least I thought so. Oh, yeah. Okay then, can I give you some advice? I guess. The reason I could tell it's not your default hand model is your fingertips. The tips are a little bigger to make the cannons fit. You could get a small mod that changes them into disposable tips. Assuming they're being used for self-defense and not regular use, of course. I see. Well, I've got to go. Ah, yes, another thing. If you aim for the arms or legs once is self-defense. Anything more is assault. Yeah. Bye, Dorothy. Bye, Jill. Bye-bye. Please come again. I thought she was going to take me away. They would put my mind on a vacuum cleaner for 3 years. 2 if I behave well. That's what happens when you underestimate people. Although I'm tempted to ask. About what? DNA reading tongue? Very prehensile, intuitive. Also, it vibrates. Extra flexible joints. Do you really need to ask? Anti-radiation coating? Hey, my skin's my first tool of the trade. I need to take care of it as much as possible. And it makes it feel so soft no matter how much it's been battered. Alright then. So you fancy yourself a diviner, reading people and all? Not really. I'm just quite good at reading people. I guess it's a byproduct of dealing with so many people on a daily basis. It's a bit surreal to hear that from a Lilum. What can you say about me then? Let's see. You're very, very, very sexually frustrated. It's not the act itself, but rather that your partners can't seem to satisfy you on a deeper level. There's an even deeper frustration. Something happened that's blocking you. Maybe there's someone who you know won't return your feelings. Maybe you were hurt in the past. Thus, your demeanor is that of someone who feels like life is playing tricks on her. Like a dog whose owner never really throws the ball. Oh boy, did I actually hit the nail on the head? I was making this stuff up on the fly. All of that was just rubbish, I say, because it's right 80% of the time. Generic bullshit, if you will. You'd be surprised at the amount of sexual frustration people hold. I can't read you, honey. You're too good at putting on a professional face. But this definitely gives me more insight into you. Lucky, lucky! Aren't you late or something? I am, but if you'd let me satisfy your frustrations, I could stall for some time. Go. Fine, fine. Bye-bye, honey. Artificial intelligence has come rather far, eh? One wonders how artificial it remains. Shut up, fuckboy. Everything done? Yeah. Hey, boss, this might seem random, but do you remember the first time I came to the bar? When you came to submit your contract? Yeah, why? Well, for some reason, I've been hung up on it since this morning, and I just realized why. The visage that welcomed me back then was Gil trying to pull your hand out of a jar. Oh yeah, that. I can't remember what exactly, but something fell inside and I tried to retrieve it. I just kind of put my hand in and it got stuck. It was a friend's jar too, so I couldn't just break it. Hey Gil, how did you get my hand out of that jar? A straw and some butter. Oh yeah, clever solution. Yeah, and that brings me to the random thought. That incident, the helmet yesterday, the many times your foot got stuck on something for stomping it. Boss, why do you get stuck in so many different things? Huh. Now that you mention it, I remember this one time she tried to eat a big sandwich and her jaw got stuck. Then there was the incident with the TV. I'll admit my fault with the others, but the TV incident was not my fault. The assembly instructions for that stand should have labeled their Z's and S's better. You saw what happened when I switched the S2 piece with the 5Z one. Still, Jill's onto something here. Ahem. Yes, she is. Now go clean the dishes and you can leave for today. I like to think she'll make an effort now to avoid getting stuck in things. I want to believe. Happy not birthday. Okay. Okay, Alice Rabbit stuff. Wait, Alice Rabbit might be a Kira fan. Oh. Okay. Crime rate up. Ooh, okay. Today we'll take a look at one of the most popular acts of our times, and it's, okay. Okay, well, so much for that. I also could go to the shop and see if there's anything I could buy, but I think I've bought everything. Oh, I've almost bought everything, but I don't have everything. Oh, okay, so it's some of the music. I don't want to spend too much money, so we'll do that. Good evening. Hello. Seems you made it just in time. I think that's just a car backfiring. Really? It sounded more like a gunshot to me. Have you ever heard gunshots? Haven't we all at some point? Yeah, well. See, sounds more like a car's exhaust. I don't know. It's too dry. Yeah, but gunshots give more echo. What if it's a firecracker? Ah, boss. Firecrackers? Yep, a couple of years ago there was an incident where some dude killed a cop. He managed to slip away because his pistol was mixed up with the usual mega Christmas firecrackers. Nah, it sounded too hollow for firecrackers. Well, whatever. This is not a morning talk show. I'm not paying you to chit-chat about meaningless things. At least not amongst yourselves. Right, we shouldn't lose time over a car's exhaust. Hey! Heh. Now that I have new songs, I want to put them on the playlist. Star pierces the dark. Synthestitch. Through the storm we. Last call. Believe in me who. Heart of the city. Out of orbit. Showtime. Snowfall, Glitch City. Let's do that. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Welcome to Valhalla. Hello, I'm looking for some information. What kind of information? What can you tell me about a girl nicknamed Crimson Rose? Sounds like a tacky online handle. Although, tacky online handle is a bit redundant. Do you know anything about her? Nope, sorry. I have $80 here that might refresh your memory. Now that you mention it, I remember something. Really? Yeah, now I'm totally sure that I have no idea whatsoever who you're talking about. Nothing at all? Nothing. Man, you're a sucky bartender, not having any info I need. Well, first of all, why assume I just happen to have the info you conveniently need? Does that girl frequent this place? Is there any proof that I might have the info you so desperately need? Well, And second, you're not going to get anywhere by offering me physical money. In fact, what are you doing with physical money? Do you want to get mugged so badly? Yeah, well, Moreover, even if I did know something, do you really think $80 is enough? You can do almost nothing with $80. It's not enough to have a decent lunch. Why are you scolding me? Why did you call me a sucky bartender for not conveniently having the info you need? Wait, of course, you want all deals to be clean, so you need me to spend money on the bar. Yeah, that's 100% what it is and not your rude ass attitude. That's how it works, right? I spend money, you give me the info. Maybe, maybe not. Okay then, get me a drink, but keep it under $80. What in the world is under $80? Can you imagine spending this much on, like, alcohol for one fucking drink? 'Cause, like, not me. No. Here. Okay then, do you know anything about the girl? No. But you said, maybe, maybe not. Turns out that it's maybe not. You were the one deluding yourself into thinking I might know something. And like I said, $80 is nothing. So I need to spend more? I'll give you some intel. Spend all the money you want, but I know nothing and no amount will change that. Can I at least get my money back? Why? The order is right, isn't it? I guess. So why are you looking for that girl, Mr. Vondelay? Art Vondelay. I'm a private detective. It's what I do. So I'll assume you're either looking for a missing girl or working for a creepy online stalker. You're assuming the girl I'm looking for is innocent or lost. She's not. She's half of the so-called Reapers of the city. 2 guns for hire that work for whoever's resourceful enough to find them and wealthy enough to pay them. Crimson Rose and Cobalt Lily, they call themselves. They still sound more like teenagers' internet nicknames. So who wanted you to track her? I don't know. I got the letter with the instructions and a paycheck. What if it's a prank? I have the money, so what do I care if it is? Besides, considering the amount I was able to cash in with that check, it'd be a pretty wasteful prank. I see. Still, any information or rumors you could give me? They don't have to be related to the girl. Why do you need them? It's always good to keep up with local goings-ons. Well, let's see. Sorry, I can't think about anything right now. Most of the conversations you hear in here aren't rumor-worthy. Humor-worthy, maybe, but not much about current events. At least not beyond what you see on the news. Damn it, what kind of bar is this if you can't gather the word on the street? What kind of film noir world do you think we live in? Gil might know something if you're so fixated on finding some kind of information. I don't know what you're talking about. Do you know something that might help me, Gil? I don't. I certainly don't, and I'm offended by the suggestion that I do. He knows something. On second thought, maybe it's better if you don't get involved with him. Well, this has been a major waste of time, and here I thought all the noise BTC bars have made lately would be useful for something. Noise? What noise? You don't know? I'm asking for a reason. You'll find out soon enough, don't worry. In any case, I guess I'll have another drink and leave. What can I get you? I'll have a grizzly temple. Simple enough. Here. Okay then, this is going to be deducted from the $80 from earlier, right? No. Fine. Come on, there has to be something. This week has been slow as hell. The only good thing I've heard is about this girl who threw herself off the roof of a nearby mall. And the whole thing about a woman catching her midair makes me think it's totally made up. Aside from rumors that the Harbingers are looking to cause trouble at a bank today, no, not really. Damn it. Wait, who told you that? It appeared on the news, didn't it? Yeah, but the name the Harbingers wasn't used. No Glitch City outlet has reported that themselves. There are rumors that someone or something is keeping them silent. and even the international outlets aren't using the name Harbingers. They're avoiding acknowledging the organization yet for some reason. So you're either one of them or somebody in the know told you about it. Wow, he can be surprisingly sharp. Yeah, Donovan D. Dawson was in here for the last 3 days, actually. Really? I wonder if he'll notice the glass that idol signed. I mean, sure, I can't think of anything that would be useful involving him right now, but... guess not. Did he talk about anything interesting? Interviewing the idol that had a show a couple of days ago, dealing with messy interns. Par for the course, I guess. I see, that's... Gunshot! It's a backfire. Firecrackers! Hey, what do you think that sound just was? That sound just now was. Sounded like something very heavy being dropped. Something heavy? Come on, that's not even close. It was definitely more like an explosion of some kind. No, you could clearly hear the clashing of metal. Something that was both made out of metal and very heavy fell down. That's what made the sound. Whatever it is, it's not normal for it to be repeating so often. I wonder if something's happening. I heard there were some gang spats going on. Maybe they took the conflict here. Which means gunshots. If that's the case, I just hope they don't come too near us. Well, I've got to go. Seems coming here wasn't a waste of time after all. Really? Really. I just have different needs, but there will come a time when this place might help me. Goodbye. Please come again. Gangs, then? Unlikely. This is unicorn territory. They've always been a neutral and important third party in other gangs' deals. The who what now? I'll just pretend I heard nothing. Thank you. He left me thinking about the whole noise from BTC bars thing. What's up with that? I think I heard something about money laundering through bars. Don't take my word for it, though. I see. I guess I'll find out soon enough. Welcome. I'm Streaming Chan, giving you a live video feed of my life and adventures 24/7. Bathroom time and naughty moments only available to premium users. It's only $99.99 a month. Go premium now! It's Friday night, and you all know what that means. It's time for Streaming Chan's Escapades. Today's escapade is brought to you by ShiningFingered.mo. Or Moe? Yeah, Moe. Leaders of VR adult entertainment since 2069. Buy a year of premium membership and you'll get a code. Exchange the code for a free trial of a VR experience modeled after yours truly. Excuse. Today I picked the shoddiest, nastiest, smelliest, ugliest bar I could find downtown. And sadly, it actually looks half decent inside. So much for going to a crap hole bar that smells like dog urine. Excuse me. But no matter, tonight I'll give you an escapade you'll never forget. Hey you, where's the bartender? You're talking to her. Very funny. Where is he really? Right in front of you. Hey you, the pretty boy over there. Where's the bartender? You're looking at him. No way. No hot, shirtless guy playing with fire and serving drinks while flirting with you? No sexy, scantily clad girl jiggling around the place? You're telling me you two, dressed like fucking waiters, are the bartenders here? Yep. Seems that way. Is that a problem? Of course it's a problem. Friday nights are peak viewing hours. I need something sexy or enticing to keep them interested. Oh, well, there's an easy solution to that. There is? Yeah, just take your top off. You might need to take off your bra, too, depending on how the traffic goes. Wait, you're quite flat. Do you even use a bra? Is that piercing glare a no? Come on, one of us is going to have to take off their top off. Wait, what? One of us is going to have to take off their top off, and it ain't going to be me. I already did that one today. And it's too late to go anywhere else. By the time I find an even nastier bar, they'll be closed. What's your policy on wearing pants? Somebody tried to have me fired for wearing a skirt, so we deal with that on a case-by-case basis. That's not a concrete answer. I need binary yes-no answers. My viewers have the attention span of fruit flies. If they wanted to use their brains, do you think they'd watch something like this? I need to keep them entertained, and the fact that you still have your shirt on isn't helping. Wait, I know. Give me a drink. A big one. The nastiest one you can think of. Hello? Service here, please? Wow, it's like my brain shut down. Sure. Manly and promo. What's a crevice spike again? No, not that one. Mars Blast? Sure, let's go with that. And we have to do blending. Here. Alright then, cheers! I don't think you should chug it down so quickly. It's like it hit me, but I didn't feel it until a few seconds later. Is this what being kicked in the balls feels like? Yep. Okay, I've decided. I'll just get really wasted. That's gotta be fun enough, right? If you say so. Okay, in the meantime, what can you tell me about this bar? What do you mean? Weird stories, fun stuff, interesting facts. You're being seen by an average of 6,000 people. Make their time worth it. Let's see then. Last weekend we held a party for the Safar Toy Company. And it's a company run completely by dogs. Really? This place was completely overrun by corgis. Wait. Corgis? Did you really serve drinks to corgis? Tuxedo-clad talking corgis, yeah. Wow, awesome. Wait, you're not shitting me, right? I wish I was shitting you. Trust me. What else? Let's see. Donovan D. Dawson from the Augmented Eye was here for 3 nights in a row. That perfumed chauvinistic bastard? Huh, there's that word again. Just the other day, someone from the Augmented Eye interviewed me, actually. What did they ask? Oh, the usual bullshit. Who I was, what I did, future plans, inspirations. The one that interviewed me was this small, meek girl with glasses. She seemed a bit bitter, though. I wonder why. But enough about that. Wait, can I see that glass over there? Sure. This signature, is this Kira Miki's autograph? Yeah, she came here before her last concert. Get out! Really? Is this some kind of secret hidden bar of the stars or something? Not really. We're just in the right place at the right time. What kind of person is she when she's not on stage? I've tried to get a meeting with her, and she actually seemed willing, but she's always busy. A very nice girl, actually. She seems to be completely invested in her work. She loves what she does, and it shows. You'd think she'd be some sort of diva, but as far as I'm concerned, she's one of the nicest people I've met. I knew it! I knew she was nice. Her passion shows in her concerts, you know? She's so spontaneous. Her performances are never the same. Every time she sings Shine Spark, I feel like my soul is warming up like a high-performance computer. Shine Spark! I find myself singing it in the shower all the time. And those who pay premium can hear me sing every day at $99.99 a month. Go premium now! That aside, I was about to call bullshit on what you said. But I guess you do have some sort of proof for everything. Can I keep this glass? No. Pretty please? No. Party pooper? At least this bar might be more interesting than I initially thought. The one thing that'd make it perfect is if Pretty Boy over there had a past with the KGB. Who told... Yeah, that'd be crazy, right? Are you gonna order anything else? What? Oh, yeah, the whole getting wasted thing. I heard of a drink called a bad touch. Get me a big one of those, please. A big bad touch. Coming right up. Here. I was expecting something dirtier. We have olive brine. I can pour in a bit if that's what you want. No, not that. With such a dirty name, it feels like the drink ought to come in a phallic glass or be this thick white liquid. That would have skyrocketed the watchers at least 3-fold. Don't you have anything like that? Nope. I'll have to make do with the condensed milk when I get home. Friendly reminder that today's escapade is brought to you by ShiningFingered.moe, leaders of VR adult entertainment since 2069. Buy a year of premium membership for a neat code. Said code will net you a free trial of VR experience with a model based on moi. What's the deal with that VR experience? Well, a fan made an NND model of me. When Shining Fingered asked me about a model for our partnership, I just contacted him. He got money for polishing the model a lot more. I got my partnership. We all won. I even got him a year of free premium membership and a VR set. That's nice. Wait, what's NND? Don't tell me you haven't heard of Niku Niku Dance. I asked for a reason. It's music videos with 3D models. Yeah, that sounds like a good enough explanation. I see. To be honest, though, the model is a bit meatier than me. Not that I mind it, though, considering the use it gets. You know I was expecting you to be more scared when I said that you're being watched by a lot of people. It's hard to be scared when you can't see these people. But they're still there, you know. Sure, they're behind screens and sometimes in the opposite corner of the world. But every single one of my viewers is a real person with a real life. Not being here doesn't make them any less real. I understand, but it's just not the same. They're not here visibly paying attention to me. I don't get paranoid because of my phone contacts. That's true, I guess. So, tell me, what made a lady like you become a bartender? It's not exactly an exciting story. Does it involve a man? No. What about a crime? Nope. A childhood promise? Nah. A religious vow? Oh, what? You're not gonna tell me that you just decided out of the blue to quit your job and start bartending. That's actually what happened, sorta. Oh, come on! No epiphany, quarter-life crisis, not even a hot teacher somewhere along the line. But life isn't always a young adult novel where every decision is a road cone. And that's a problem. 1/3 of my audience are teens that shouldn't be allowed to watch my streams. Throw me a bone here. There must be a nice, cynical, or nice, mystical story you can tell me about yourself, Miss Bartender. Well, yes. Sometime after I started working, I got an interesting client. He was a DRK SOL, a really old Lilum model. Apparently his power supply was running low. His charger was destroyed and he didn't have the money to buy upgrades or replacements. He also seemed to have neglected his maintenance. He was from the time when the collective source wasn't a cloud storage system, so he wouldn't be uploaded there once his body ran out of energy. Keep going. It was weird, you know. He was the only Lilum I've seen with a clear-cut fear of mortality. No transcendence for him. He would disappear once his batteries ran out. It's like knowing you'll vanish while everyone else passes on to heaven, he said. Oh man. I guess he felt bad about burdening someone else with his problems, so he went and gave me a fingertip of his that fell while we were talking. Before he left, he said, if you remember me, maybe a part of me will transcend. Bravo! Bravo! Touching, full of feeling, completely awesome. I'd pay to see a movie like that. So what happened to that finger? I made a pendant out of it. I carry it with me at all times. Even while bathing? Almost all times. Now that I think about it, how do you handle the stream if you want to watch a movie or something? I have a plugin that lays mosaic censorship over whatever I watch on TV or in the theater. I see. Okay, this is getting stale. I'm gonna heat this up even if I have to do it myself. We need to drop a cow in here, Miss Bartender. Get me drunk. I don't care how, just do it. Okay. So? Nope, a bit hot, but not lightheaded. Then again, I'm always hot. Hot-headed. Your drinks are either too light or I'm more resilient to alcohol than I thought. Okay, let's try this from a different angle. You ask the questions. What kind of questions? I don't know. I'm not the bartender. Do your bartender-ish thing. What made you decide to start streaming yourself 24/7? See, that's what I'm talking about. You're the bartender here, bartender. Anyway, have you ever done something reckless or stupid because of peer pressure? I think that's something everyone has gone through. Well, it used to be that I very rarely succumbed to such problems. I was the type to never take risks or try new things. Every time I did, I was scolded rather than praised. What point is there in doing this stuff if nobody acknowledges you did well? But some time ago, I stumbled upon a friend who would stream herself talking. Nothing risque or noteworthy. She invited me on, and, well, the comments were intoxicating. The internet is a big place. Somehow I found within those comments people that acknowledged me. They encouraged me, even. After that stream, I tried doing some by myself. I turned on the camera, put on something cutesy, and started dancing to Kira Miki. At first, I pretended the camera wasn't there, but as soon as I saw the comments, something snapped within me. Lewd comments, praises, the usual random stuff. After seeing so many people interested in me, I started moving a lot more. No more shyness for me. After that, I started doing more. I sang, I cooked, I drew things, I even did a striptease at some point. Whenever I was streaming, I stopped being shy. So at some point I said, hey, this is the way I want to live all my life. And thus Streaming-chan was born. Is it difficult to keep that up? Not really. It's not like I'm acting or anything. I'm just being myself. I do need to mind camera angles and that kind of stuff sometimes, but it's nothing major. And when do I need to mind that? For only $99.99 a month, you can find out. Go, premium, go. Hey, you're good at this bartending stuff. Look at all the things you've made me say. Well, like seriously, what's your secret? How do you get people to talk? I never do that much, actually. Well, this is a bar, after all, and one of the reasons people come to a bar is because they sometimes want to get things off their chests. So it's not a conscious trick you could teach in a 10-minute tutorial. No. You just need to be in the right place at the right time. Some professions make you that personal stranger others feel comfortable telling their secrets to. Of course, discretion helps, too. Hey, now that you mention it, I do blab a lot to my hairdresser. Pretty interesting stuff. Well, no wild night tonight, but it did get interesting enough. Anyway, I should go, but before I leave, what's your name, Miss Bartender? I'm Lana Smithy. All right, Miss Smithy, thank you for a lovely night. But you stay here, because the night is still young and there's a lot to do. Whoa, the floor is moving. Quite the lively girl, huh? People like her physically hurt me with their presence. You think she'll come back? My mom always says, you never know when the angels are saying amen. What does that mean? It means shut your mouth or you'll jinx it. Why didn't you give her your name? Would you like to reveal your name to someone like her? Good point. I'm gonna take my break now. It's been a while since I've needed a cigarette this badly. Alright. Ah, the lovely sensation of feeling like you're forgetting something. Base of the Titans, the city that never sleeps, heart of the city, follow the trail. The assignment. Metropolis Neon District. Dawn approaches, last call. Your love is a drug. Safe haven, those who dwell in shadows. All done. Feeling better? Fresh air does wonders for you. Well, for a given value of fresh, anyway. I insist that it sounds like dynamite. No, it was too long to be dynamite. It sounded more like some heavy-duty tool. You're a heavy-duty tool. Yes, I am. Wait, that... Damn it! Oh, welcome back. I could have sworn this place looked a lot more pink the last time we came. Maybe it's the lighting. Hey bartender, what did that noise just now sound like to you? I say it sounds like construction, but Betty here says it's dynamite or something like that. Not you two. Eh? Do you think it's dynamite then? What? No, I say it's a backfire. It's a gunshot. Firecrackers! See, those sounds have been going on all night and we can't figure out what they are. Well, we aren't here to discuss that. We're here to... who is he? Gillian, nice to meet you. I don't know. You have more of a John face. Where was he last weekend? I don't know, and I don't care. He already made amends for leaving me to fend off all those dogs. Anyway, what do you want? Beer? Oh, what the hell. I'll have a beer too. 2 beers, coming right up.
This is a way more intense song than I was expecting it to be. Oh. I think he's trying to get a hold of me. Or not, he's just sending me memes. That works too. It's alright if you don't know what prefix means. It's not the end of the word. I do like nerdy jokes. I do like those. Alright, anyhow. Let's mix this. Here. Thanks, but this might be too much. I'll take care of anything you don't drink, don't worry. So tell me, bartender. Just call me Jill. Jill, that's a nice name. How's business lately? As usual. Wait, I guess you don't really know what usual means for us. We're not the kind to be filled to the brim during rush hours, and we don't have that many regulars. So it's just the same. Nothing's changed. I guess when we came here with all the dogs, it was quite the change of pace, huh? You have no idea. So what brings you here today? I suggested coming here after work. It's Friday. A drink to kick off the weekend is one of those little things that makes life worthwhile. But he did only suggest it after I found him hugging a stuffed corgi in his office. A stuffed corgi? A plushie, not an overfed dog. I see. Wait, you have an office? Yeah, what's weird about that? I thought you'd have a cubicle or a kennel. A kennel. I mean, you don't hear much about office boys getting their own offices. It's not hard considering the rest of the staff don't use chairs or tables. Even I have my own office. I don't know about that. The mess they left in the bathroom usually requires someone with thumbs. Chairs and tables seem like lesser evils. And you're the veterinarian after all. A kennel. What about a kennel? I don't know, I just thought it'd be cute if one day I went to work and they had one waiting for me. Like they saw me as one of them. So, where did you get that plushie? Oh, I gave it to him. It was my gift last Mega Christmas. Wait, so he got defensive over being caught hugging a gift you gave him? That's the funniest part. He acted like I didn't know he had it. I was just glad he was enjoying it, you know? Why are you two talking like I'm not here? Because you're not giving any input anyway. So how's stuff up at Doglandia? Well, we recently struck a deal with Farmer Fabrics to start a doggy clothing line. Farmer Fabrics? That name rings a bell. It's that textile company where the owner believes herself to be an alpaca. Oh. Yeah. That one. We had her here some time ago. She got drunk and... so much saliva everywhere. Oh. But anyway, dog clothes? We hired a new employee and she showed the higher-ups some designs. After a couple of talks, they decided to give the clothing production a try. Those designs were embarrassing, you know? But something tells me that's why they were approved. You guys want anything else? I'm still handling this beer, so I'm fine. You're such a wuss. I'll have a Zen Star, please. Sure. On the rocks and mixed.
Zenstar. Thank you. Something on your mind? That girl that's designing the clothes. Laura? What about her? She's cute, but she should take more care in her appearance. I mean, right now she fits the unkept cutie category so well that it's almost painful. It's so cliched that I can't help but cringe when looking at her. Cringe? It's like when you see something that's such a cheesy movie cliche, you just feel the need to kick whatever the hell it is. Kick? Betty, I didn't think I'd have to say this to you twice in the same month, but you shouldn't kick people. I wasn't gonna kick her. Why'd you think I'd kick her? Because I've seen you kick people before. Apparently unprovoked or due to complicated reasons only you understand. Fine, guilty as charged. Still, I'm gonna do something about her. I feel like I just need to. It's a matter of honor. Honor, she says. Well, maybe honor isn't the right word. But she has potential, and I'm not going to let her waste it. Jill, I'm gonna go check the antenna on the roof. Alright. She's your boss, right? Didn't you meet her before? Nope, I'm just the veterinarian. The dogs were the ones that organized a meeting with her. I'd say she's really good looking, but honestly, those pants rob her of her charm. What do you mean? They make her look too uptight, and at a glance, she doesn't seem like the type. Some shorts or a skirt would fit her better. Well, she wears a skirt or pants depending on her mood. There was also this one time where she came in wearing a kilt. That kilt was awesome. Damn, she has nice hearing. Now that I think about it, you have that hobby of speculating what someone's personality is like based just on their looks. I mean, you did the same with Jill here. Amazing, you actually made that sound weird as hell. Yes, I have the habit of trying to guess someone's behavior based on their looks. No, it's not a hobby. You made that sound like I'm some sort of creep. I did? What did you think about me? Nothing much, really. Mostly that you were too polite. Not a natural polite, though. More like a professional polite. You're like that because you need to be. That was it, really. Although the way you looked at me when I said your boss could use a skirt or shorts was interesting. You seemed interested in what I said, like you'd like to see that scenario. You're thinking too much. What do you think about Gil, then? He's either a total simpleton or acts like one in a way that consumes the rest of his character. Yeah. But anyway, I'm just a veterinarian. My judgment might be clouded by seeing so many furry businessmen. Let's have another round. Sounds like a good idea. You'll have something strong. You need to pump some testosterone into your taste in drinks. You'll thank me later, trust me. Then, 2 strong drinks. Manly drinks. I don't care which ones. Well, you shut up. Alrighty. Manly drinks it is. We'll do a pile driver. And then a suplex? Yeah, I guess so. Why not? Here. Now drink. Oh, man up. You'll get used to it. Hey, Jill, has someone ever proposed to you as a prank? You know, made you think they're falling in love with you just to reveal that it was all a prank. Jill? First year of high school, the guy I had my eyes on for a whole year had asked me out. Saturday morning, I go to the meeting place. What do I find? It was all a prank by some bitches. Ouch. Sorry, The worst part isn't that they set me up, but rather that I saw it coming. I knew that guy wouldn't find me attractive enough to ask me out. I knew those bitches would target me sooner or later just for kicks. I knew it all, so when it all happened, I felt nothing. They confirmed my suspicions that teenagers are a plague that must be eradicated. Anyway, why the question? Hey, piece of scrap. Yeah? These are the situations where you should have stopped me before I said anything. It's better to learn by tripping yourself. Why the question, though? I was asking because one of my ex's cousins has been hitting on me the past couple of days. If it were somebody else, I'd pretend to be straight with the help of this piece of scrap here. Sadly, she knows who I am. Worst part is, knowing Vero, she probably put her cousin up to it as a practical joke. Well, I'd suggest telling the cousin that she should cut it out. If she feels genuinely offended, they might not have been in cahoots. But I'm just spouting nonsense based on what you've told me. Don't pay too much attention. It's better than my suggestion. What was yours? Waterboarding. I see. What? The fact that she knows how to waterboard somebody is what scares me most. The Girl Scouts also taught me how to skin a deer, and I see nobody making a fuss about that. But yeah, your advice sounds good enough. Especially when you factor that if Gina's being honest about her, she probably won't feel offended. Gina, which one was that again? Blonde, flat as a cutting board, but cute as a button. Oh yeah, she came to the office Christmas party, right? That's the one. Well, it's getting late. We should be going. Yeah. Thank you again for everything, Jill. Bye. Please come again. Back. Those damned cats moving the internet antenna. Oh yeah, Gil, some guy said I should tell you that the bunny's late, whatever that means. Oh shit. Boss, I'm leaving early. If I don't come back in 2 days, consider me as good as dead. Yeah. Shouldn't we be worried? Think of him as a kid that tells outrageous stories to get attention and everything will be easier. Besides, he knows how to take care of himself. Yeah. He'll be here on Monday like nothing ever happened. In any case, I'll be back in my office. Maybe now I can finish watching that didgeridoo tutorial. Hello, Jill. Oh, we watch, we protect. I don't think I've seen that on there before. Ah, Stella, you're here for another drink today? Not really. I was just around the neighborhood and... Right. Anyway, I found this bottle being neglected at my house, and thought someone who likes old liquor as much as you would appreciate it. Really? I don't know what to say. Thanks. Well, it's nothing really. This just in. The Apollo Trust Bank has locked its doors, leaving about 30 people trapped inside. The security system was activated after somebody tried to steal information from the main database. Early this morning, the bank... Oh God, say! I wonder if she'll be alright. Hello, Jamie. Good evening, Jill. Did you see the news about the Apollo Trust Bank? The news flash just ended. Sounds like things got ugly. From what I heard, there was a commotion earlier today. Something about people being unable to leave the building. Let's hope for the best. Yeah. Gil stormed off just a minute ago, though. I see. I guess the bunny was late. He definitely knows what's going on. What can I get you? Give me a Mars Blast. Coming right up. Can we make it a big one? No, I don't think it's possible. One Mars Blast. Yeah, this is the one. Mars Blasts have always seemed poorly named to me. Shouldn't it be red instead of yellowish? Then again, the whole red planet thing is still its nickname. So how have you been doing? I was working a contract, actually. But the target's inside the Apollo Trust Bank. Figured I'd simply leave him be for now. And then you came for a drink. Yeah. A part of me wants to ask who your target is, but I'm guessing it's a secret. I can tell you that it appears to be part of a power struggle somewhere. Has a target ever made you a counteroffer to go after the one that sent you? They usually don't live long enough. I also don't like it when a target who's seen my face manages to survive. What happened? Nothing. I just suddenly thought, what if someone sent you after me? I'd reject the contract. You would? I don't ask the name of many people, you know, and I always remember those whose names I've asked. They're real in my eyes. I like to know them better, and to some extent, I care about them. I need that because otherwise, nothing you should concern yourself with. But don't worry, unless you suddenly find yourself caught in the middle of a power struggle, the only way I see you becoming tangled up in that kind of mess is if you find yourself too involved with gangs. Thanks for the advice, I guess. Still, the thought of people hiring others to kill somebody is... I can't wrap my head around that, and I don't want to either. The world can be a dark place, Jill. Say, do you think the people in the bank will be alright? This isn't the first time a bank is closed like that, but something is off about this. Off? How? I don't know. Maybe it's the hour. Maybe it's the fact that the news is making an unusually big stink out of it. Let's hope I'm just overthinking it. Yeah. Are you worried about something? A girl that was in here yesterday said she was going to that bank. It's not like me to be personally invested in what happens to clients, but... Never mind. Do you want something else? Yeah, I can make time for one more drink. Fetch me a beer. Let's keep it simple. Sure. Here. I once read that beer played an important part in humanity's history. Yeah, I'm familiar with the theory. It's an interesting one. The gist of it is that brewing was an important part of The gist of it is that brewing was an important part of society during its development. Drinks were ubiquitous while feasting. They helped to foster bonds and build faction alliances. Given enough time and enough beer, larger societies would be born. You seem to know a lot about this. Nah, just enough. Last time you came, you mentioned something about going haywire. What did you mean? I'm intrigued. Have you ever felt like your sanity has slipped right by you? Well, a client earlier tonight was driving me nuts, but aside from that, no. Truth be told, neither have I, but I'm afraid of it happening. How so? I don't know. I just have the lingering fear that at some point I won't be myself. I'll go crazy, I'll wake up a stranger to myself, and I won't care. It's just an irrational fear that lingers in me, and there's nothing I can do about it. Like the fear of cockroaches for some people. Only instead of fearing a crawling nuisance, you fear lunacy. Something like that. Sometimes I wonder if uploading my brain would solve all those problems. Well, that technology is still a ways off. I've heard of a couple of experiments regarding the technology, but it seems everything's still too buggy. I'll have to wait until it's safe then. Until then, don't worry too much about those possibilities unless they're tangible enough. Otherwise, you're no better than a hypochondriac. Good point. The way you said it makes it sound less like something you feel might happen. Something you're just afraid could happen at some point. That's pretty much it, yeah. Doesn't that make you saner? I mean, were you really on your way to becoming an unhinged maniac? I don't know if you think about it at all. You might have a point there. Well then, nice talking to you, Jill. Same here, always a pleasure. Say hello to Gillian for me when he comes back. Please come again. All done. You want to stay here? Seems like the street's quite restless. Thanks, but I'll pass. I have a couple of matters to attend to at home. You do? Yeah, I ordered a nano camo module for my apartment. It should be installed by now. Nano camo? Isn't that a tad expensive? Yep. To be honest, I asked my mom for it. She had been pestering me about what gift I wanted for Mega Christmas for a while. She's been asking that for 4 years now, and I've always said I was fine. So I took the chance and asked her for it. Used up all the past gifts. Oh. Feels a bit weird to ask your parents for a gift like that when you're 27. I'm sure she doesn't mind. So what will the nano camo module change from your apartment? I got the basic plan, walls and one piece of cloth, so I picked my kotatsu too. Do you have a kotatsu? You know what a kotatsu is, boss? I'm more impressed you know what it is. I mean, futons are common knowledge, but a kotatsu? Not so much. Yeah, well, days get cold and the heater might not be enough. And the Japanese have mastered how to live comfortably in reduced spaces. You should invite me sometime. I want to see how you decorate the place with that. Let's plan a day to grab a beer, yeah? Well, I gotta go. See you tomorrow, boss. Careful out there. I surprisingly didn't make any mistakes. Okay. Woo! Nano camo! Can I do anything with it at all? They're like wait, what? Oh, the Streaming Chan thread. Streaming Chan went nuts last night. Where the hell is she now? I don't even recognize the place she's at right now. It doesn't look pretty either. At least she's getting some rest. What did I miss? Streaming Chan went to Valhalla, got a bit drunk, and got the hell out of there all hyper. Tried to steal snacks from a vending machine, but the thing defended itself with an electric shock. I'm going to marry Streaming Chan. That's freaking nuts. You just don't mess with those things. She fell asleep from the shock. As expected from Streaming Chan. I just hope nothing happens to her while she lays there. Falls asleep at a shoddy back street in Glitch City. She'll be fine. Yeah, because usually if you click this, it gives you... Oh, it's the customize. There we go. Okay, so it does keep whatever I've bought before. Ooh, that one's really interesting. I like that. Yeah, you know what? We'll make the room look like this for now. Okay, so there's new music. I'll buy it all. Oh, nice! I unlocked all the songs. Well, time to go to work. Good evening. Huh? I didn't expect you today. I was waiting for you to call and say you wouldn't be coming or something. Things at the Apollo Bank are getting ugly, so that means more people will be looking for a drink. You can take a break, you know. You're quite the hard worker. And the streets are not exactly safe right now. They've never been when you get down to it. And besides, I can't afford to not come with the bar closing soon. I wonder if any bar has used impending closure as a means of getting their employees to work. Seems like the total opposite would happen. Not to mention I get bored out of my brains in my apartment, so I'd rather come here anyway. What did you say? Nothing important. Gil isn't back yet? Nope, I wouldn't worry too much about him, though. If you say so. Say, what's this bottle? A client gave it to me yesterday. A gift of sorts, I'm guessing. Oh, cool. It's some sort of rum. Rum? Nice. Want me to serve you a bit of it? Yeah, sure. Grandpa booze, eh? Here. Alright. I'm gonna enjoy this in my office. Thanks. Anytime. Okay, then. I have all the frickin' songs! Except for one, apparently. A New Frontier, Karmatrine Dream, The Girl with the Iron Heart, Last Call, The Answer Lies Within, A Star Pierces the Dark, Safe Haven, A Renee or A Ren, I don't know. No, yeah, all systems go. Where do I go from here? You've got me. Umemoto. Time to serve, mix, and change lives. Wait, that's not how it goes. No one here to retort. Man, it feels lonely without Gil here. I just hope the restlessness in the streets doesn't lead to dangerous or weird types coming in here. Good evening. Holy shit, that was a record-breaking jinx. Welcome to Valhalla. What can I get you? I'll have a blue fairy. Don't make a joke about becoming real. Don't make a joke about becoming real. On it. Here you go. Nice, yeah, this is the thing. So, how are you gonna... Oh, you can grab stuff. Should have figured as much. You can drink stuff? And eat. I have the same system Lilum do. Can I ask you something? Miss... Call me Taylor. Just Taylor. And yes, a cutie like you can ask me anything. Okay, Taylor. You have to be the first person I've met that didn't go, okay, just Taylor. Nah, too easy. You are a brain in a jar, right? I'm sure not a hologram of that. Or, what? Huh? I'm sure not a hologram of that, I'm sure. Yep, I'm a bona fide human brain in a jar. So, how? Why? What? Does my handsomeness make you speechless? You're not something a girl sees every day, and that's saying quite a bit in these parts. Fear not, for I have a speech prepared for these situations. A speech? You're seeing one of the 5 great living bottled brains of the world. We are brains living in conditions that allow us to exist as any other humanoid creature, all while computers in our jars scan our activities. In a slow but steady manner, we are helping the world understand the inner workings of nature's most complex computer. I'm guessing you prepared that after being asked the same question too many times, huh? Not out of exasperation or anything like that, mind you. I just wanted to have something thoughtful prepared. Look, I even have a couple of pamphlets with me. You want one? Sure. What brings one of your world's 5 brains in jars to this place, though? Oh, I'm from around here, actually. I just wanted to take a walk for the first time in quite a bit of time. Have you come here before? Sadly, no. Otherwise, I'd remember a cute face like yours. Speaking of which, can I have your name? It's Jill. Jill? That's a really cute name. Thank you. Say, weren't you scared of going outside today? What with the commotion around and all? It didn't stop you from coming here either, did it? Yeah, you're right. It's gonna take more than cryptic but ominous news to stop me. You're awfully energetic. Did you know that? Sorry, does that bother you? No, not at all. Just that I figured a brain in a jar wouldn't be so... happy. While I was alive, my body got to a point where there wasn't much I couldn't do. This new state of existence allows me to accomplish more than I ever could before. And I spilled on myself. I knew that was gonna happen eventually. I always miss my mouth somehow. Plus, I'm doing something that'll help people in the long run. Wouldn't you be happy? I wonder. Do you want to make me happy, Jill? Depends on what it takes. Don't worry, just give me a beer. Alright then, yeah, I'll make you happy. Here, a beer. Ah, yes. No matter what happens, beer's always good. Hey, Taylor. May I ask something a bit indiscreet? You can ask anything you want. While you had your other body, were you male or female? That's actually quite the question. Especially considering I don't really know the answer to either. Or, I don't know the answer either. You don't? I mean, I remember my name was Taylor. In fact, I remember every detail of my life, but that's the one thing that's a bit blurry. Blurry? Yeah, the team that put me in here said that it might be a side effect of the whole process. But my family and friends say that even in life I didn't put too much thought into questions about gender. So, in the end, we're back to square one. Wait, don't you have pics or anything else? To be honest, I've chosen to not look too deeply into my old identity. Partly because I'm happier in this ambiguous state, but also because I have this gut feeling I'm not psychologically prepared to see what I looked like. I don't know, I feel like if I do I might crumble. Damn. Just out of curiosity, in a third-person scenario, how should one refer to you? By my name. I guess that makes sense. If you absolutely need to use pronouns, refer to me like you'd refer to any other house appliance. A TV or anything like that, and it. Are you okay with that? In the end, even if I can speak, I'm just an object. That's actually something I've internalized a long time ago, even with my original body. I see. If that doesn't make you comfortable, feel free to use neutral pronouns. To be honest, you can refer to me however you want. I don't really pay mind to that. But this isn't about what makes me comfortable. You know what the downside to this body is? I can't get drunk. If you want to call that a downside. If you wanted to drink alcohol for the taste, there are many alternatives. Drunkenness is part of the whole experience. Why, though? Lilum can get drunk with no problem. Yeah, but in their case, their brain's a computer attached to their body. Getting drunk causes their brains to reduce the input speed to their bodies. Depending on the model, their drunk subroutine might throw in a different behavioral cycle even. It's hard to get drunk when the whole point of you being in a jar is figuring out exactly how you work. Yeah, you're right. Hey, Jill! Oh, Alma. Just oh, Alma? Where's the courtesy one would expect from plebeian bar staff? Welcome to Valhalla. What can I get you? Happy? Not when you put it that way. Why, hello there, beautiful. Whoa! You hurt my feelings with that, darling. Sorry, you don't see talking disembodied brains every day. I mean, I did work a summer in Lilum maintenance, but even then, those were talking heads. Oh, don't worry about it. At least you're not running or fainting. Your name was Alma, right? I'm Taylor. Nice to meet you, Taylor. Say, Alma, can I buy you a drink? Sorry, I only date people who are at least 50% organic and have at least one face. I know just what to strive for then. Just kidding. It'd make me happy to make you happy by buying you a drink. Does that bother you? I guess if Jill's the bartender, I don't have a problem with that. Awesome. I'll pay for your next drink then. What will you have? I'll have a cobalt velvet. And you, Taylor? I'm fine, actually. You're gonna have me drink alone? I don't want to drink that much. Okay, then. Cobalt velvet. Your drink. Hope you enjoy it. You know, you've been nicer to me these past minutes than at least 3 guys that have been in the last year. Judging from the way you two talk, I'm guessing you've been a client here for a while now, right? Only for about half a year or so, if memory serves right. Really? One would think it's been longer. It feels like it's been longer. Shut up! You love me and you know it. So you just started coming here and that was it? Well, the first time I came here, the other guy... Speaking of which, where's Pablo? Gillian. Archimedes. Dunno, adventuring or something. Anyways, the other guy served me the first time I came here. Nothing unusual there. The next time I showed up, Jill here was the one serving, and I don't know. I just feel like she gets me. There's this chemistry. We click. We click, she says. The fact that I feel more chemistry with her than many other people is kinda sad, though. It's always good to see a nice friendship. Sadly, it's getting late and I've gotta go. I'll leave you two lovely ladies alone. See ya. Bye. Please come again. That Taylor sure was nice. A bit weird at first, though. Apparently one of 5 brains being studied by scientists or something. There's a summary of it in this pamphlet. Let's see. Oh yeah, I've heard of them before. Can't believe I actually met one. Hey Alma, is your family really strict or something? Not particularly, no. Why? The other day you started mumbling something about numbers not caring about what you do. About a 27 not caring if you have a Catholic wedding or not. Oh god, it's not the numbers thing. Yeah, my family isn't strict per se, but my mom can be really abrasive. To her, the fact that I'm this old and not married or pregnant is a sign that I'm never gonna have kids. Never mind the fact that she already has 3 grandkids. I love her, but she can be... well... ugh. Ah, yeah, I kinda get it. You also said the words, I was a blossoming woman and I wasn't gonna stand for it, after talking about some 8th grade teacher. Yeah, that. You see, back when my body started developing, I got really shy. But at some point something snapped within me. I wasn't feeling shy anymore. I felt powerful. My body felt like a new toy to me, one I was gonna make sure to use. Of course, there were 2 problems with that idea. I was a teen, a horny teen, and I was surrounded by horny teens. I'm not even ashamed. I still stand by the core moral I held back then. But it's one of those memories that you look back to and become terrified of how reckless you were. I mean, I could have gotten pregnant, or worse. At that age, I was always dressed in black and was obsessed with occultism. The worst I remember was being the butt of other kids' jokes. Well, you know the old adage goes, don't compare your life to others. You don't know what they've been through. Yeah, I wasn't comparing, just wondering if some of that self-esteem thing would have helped me back then. I'm out of my drink. I should probably get water once there's like a break moment in the game as well. Speaking of family, today I came because I needed a break from everything that's been going on with them. Do you live with them? No, but Evita and Bernie do, not to mention I visit them almost every day. Anyway, my second eldest sister, Diana, just separated from her husband. It's not even been a week, but she's already got some other guy in her bed. She left her kid with her husband's parents and pretty much forgot about them. Never mind the fact that they need to go to school and all that. Damn. Diana's life has always been messy, but these days she's really making it big. She wants time for herself to live her life. She didn't think about that when she married the guy at 20. She didn't think about that when marrying a guy she had only known for like 3 months. You should take your own advice. Hey, I'd never marry someone who could catch my attention so quickly, okay? Sure, there was that one time when it almost happened, but I blame the damn stadium kiss cam. Kiss cam? I was going out with a guy my little sister introduced to me. Seems he was her friend's brother or something. We went out a couple of times and he invited me to a basketball game. The mood was nice, but then later the kiss cam focused on us and instead of kissing me, he proposed. I almost got caught in the mood and accepted. Huh. So I take it you rejected him. In a stadium. On the fucking kiss cam. We went out for like 3 weeks. I don't know, maybe he wanted to get in my pants with the old sex on the wedding night line. But I honest to God can't understand why he thought it would be a good idea. That sounds too convoluted, you know? Proposing and waiting for the wedding night just for sex. Never underestimate the lengths a man is willing to go to get you in their bed. Truer words could have never been said. Because it is so true. It is so fucking true. So true. I've seen more convoluted plots over the years. I'm feeling tempted to ask, but I'll pass. Want anything else? What's that bottle? Oh yeah, it's just some rum a client gave me yesterday. A gift? What did you do? A good enough service, I'm guessing. Cacique. Huh, interesting name. What does it mean? Cacique is the name of the chieftain in some native tribes. I see. Do you want me to serve you some of this? I'll pass. I don't have too many good memories where rum's involved. Get me a fringe weaver instead, will you? All right. I'm really tempted to serve her rum. I'm gonna serve her rum. Here. Very funny. Do you want to see me take my clothes off while complaining that global warming's a bitch? The what now? What I mean is I won't drink this. Then excuse me while I take it off your hands. What? Sure. Cheers. Alright, now's my turn to ask questions. About what? What kind of family is your family? Well, I'm an only child. My mom and my dad split amicably. My mom is a violinist, so she was always away from home with the orchestra. I spent most of my time with my dad, my aunt, and my grandpa. Aside from that, I'd say my childhood was quite uneventful. Huh. Didn't you get something like your mom's artistic vein or something? I played the violin until I was around 16, I think. What made you stop? I don't know. I just kind of said that's it one day and stopped. What about cousins or the rest of your family? I see very little of them, actually. Mainly because my dad moved away from most of them. Most of my mom's family live in France to boot. So your mom's French? Yep. Can you speak French? Oh god, what the fuck? Mon hieroglyphique est plein d'angules. Ooh, what does that mean? Rubbish? I don't know, I can't speak French. I did try though, but college started and I stopped taking classes. Funny thing, I actually have a cousin from my mom's side that lives close by, but you'll be hard-pressed to make me spot him in a crowd. You're kinda lucky, you know. All of my mom's side of the family lives here. The chances of me meeting someone I'm related to on the street are ridiculously high. But yeah, that's the primer on my family. Nothing too interesting, sadly. Your mom's a French violinist and you call that uninteresting? I'm wondering if your family has ever made a fuss about you being a hacker. Hacker makes it sound too exotic. It's like if I called you a mixologist. Please don't. Ever. Sounds like something somebody would say to make a bartender sound sophisticated. See, I mean hacker is a good way to summarize it, but it's not the best. I'm a security consultant. People want to find flaws in the security of their systems, and I do my best to pinpoint where it breaks. Be it Glitch City or anywhere else in the world, they need security, I'm their woman. You've been told quite a few stories about cracking into databases to retrieve info like some sort of mercenary, though. Or you've told. That doesn't change the fact that hacker is not the best term to use. Makes the whole thing sound illegal when it's actually an honest job. Didn't you tell me you once secured some incriminating pics from a guy's cell phone? A mostly honest job? Sheesh. What made you become a hacker, by the way? I've always been a sucker for puzzles. Even as a kid, I always had a Sudoku or a crossword with me. But at some point, they started feeling kinda samey. So, when I started college, I took a course on system security. It felt like the kind of puzzle I was looking for. I mean, there are all kinds of things involved in breaching net security. You need to attack the stuff from different angles. And it's something that's always evolving. The whole point of everything is to strengthen security. Every time you think you've got the gist of it, they change everything. So it's kind of like an always evolving puzzle. A puzzle I help make harder at that. Huh. I didn't think about it that way. It is less action-y than what movies make it up to be, though. No real-time frantic typing, nothing like that. Still, seeing my code break through something, it's an amazing feeling. Will you have anything else? I'll have a classy drink. Any classy drink. Here goes nothing. I'm gonna do a big bad chutch again. Here you are. Yep, just what I needed. Thanks. Say, Jill, what's the worst that could happen if you don't get your drinks right? Well, people have the right to not give me money. If they don't pay for it, I don't get my bonus. No bonus means less money and no tips, which doesn't help because I have to pay bills. Oh, I see. Do you have to make an effort to pay your bills? Nope. You have no idea how much I hate you right now. Well, my job pays pretty well, and I'm not the kind to spend too much on things other than food and bills. Maybe maintenance on my hands and new equipment, but aside from that... Oh, I know. If you have trouble with your bills, why not live with me? We could be roommates. Dunno. Moving my stuff through the stairs because the elevator's broken. Having to move my liquor collection. Never mind the fact that my cat's a shut-in that got very upset the one time I moved some furniture around. The idea of moving just gives me a headache. You shouldn't take things so seriously when I say them, you know. I don't, but I've thought about it before. Now I need some air. I'm gonna take my break. You wanna come? Are you inviting me to the back of the bar? You should invite me to dinner first. Every minute you waste making jokes is time taken from my break. Fine, let's go. Boss, I'm taking my break. Call me if anyone comes in. Sure. Speaking of breaks, that means I can get some water. And also... I should probably walk around a little bit. My ass is getting sore. Okay.
Okay. Well, I asked for hangover food and sent $20. So, we'll see if my boyfriend gets me hangover food or not. It's okay if he doesn't, honestly. I'll just tell him to send me the $20 back if that happens. Cold, 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 cold. Neo Avatar. Haven't played that in a hot minute. I definitely have favorites. I can tell I do. It sure is chilly out there. It's kind of refreshing. The hobo out there seems like a nice guy. Billy Vine? Yeah, he's a cool guy. Very respectful. That reminds me, there was a homeless guy that was like in our stairwell the other day. And like he was really nice. Or, I mean, as nice as you can be within a very quick interaction. And he's like, oh, I'll leave soon. And it's like, no, you're cool. Like, it was really cold outside, so I don't blame him for sneaking into the building in order to warm up and take some shelter from it all. And so, I went inside because I was coming home from work. And then I grabbed $20 out of, like, a jar that we have a bunch of random coins and stuff in. So I grabbed $20 out of there and gave it to him and was like, here, like, get some food, having a warm drink, you know, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And, yeah, it was a good interaction overall. I hope that helped in some way, because, like, I know most people would be like, oh, don't give homeless people money, they'll spend it on drugs and alcohol. And, like, I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with that, because it's like, you don't know what they're actually going to spend it on. If they do spend it on drugs and alcohol, so what? I don't give out money with like stipulations or anything. I give out money expecting that A, I'm not going to get it back, and B, you're going to do what you want with it once you have it. And at that point, it's left my hand and it's in yours. So I have no control over it at that point, nor do I feel like I should. So I don't know. I think people are just either they're too controlling or they're too heartless. At least that's what I think when it comes to statements like that. Apparently he got into some legal trouble and that's why he's like that. Really? He could also just be very nice. He could also just be a very nice crackhead, though. I have a cousin that lives like a hobo, actually. Cheers. I literally spilt that, like, all over me. And, like, relatively excessive amount. Most of that did not go in my mouth. Hold on. I should deal with that. That was kind of funny. Hi, buddy. You can go in there, I guess, if you want. I got some on my chair. Oh wait, I need the towel. Yeah, I got it on the chair. Whoops. clean up this as much as I reasonably can. See? Real good at missing my mouth for whatever fucking reason. I'm gonna keep the towel here just in case I do that again. No, what did he say? Alright. He's like, I like how you sent me the money before I had even answered whether I was gonna do it or not. And I'm like, yeah, well, more incentive for you to give me my hangover food, okay? Really? It's a bit complicated, though. Problem is, his family has tried to get him to live with them, but his pride won't let him accept their help. He'd rather live on the streets for some reason. Excuse me. You can't tell with some people, sadly. Why'd he become a hobo in the first place? Bad investments and debts. Bank evicted him from his house. Oh. It's a serious problem because he has epileptic attacks but refuses to take his medication. Okay, but why would you refuse to take your medication? Is it because you can't afford it? Is it because, like, you can't be consistent with it because you can't always get a hold of it, or because you have to, like, stretch it out over a period of time? Like, I feel like if you're epileptic, you should be taking your medication. I just don't get what's up with him. Honey, some service here. I'm here, don't scream. Oh ho, were you two hanging at the back of the bar? What kind of stuff were you doing? Just talking. Is that what they call it these days? What do you want? Something soft, something sweet, no alcohol, please. Wouldn't it be the same if you just grabbed a soda from a vending machine? But I like you. Do you dislike my presence so much? Sweet and non-alcoholic, you say? All right. Here, like you asked. See, you don't get this kind of treatment from vending machines. Unless you're Lawrence. But he has this weird idea that good service is the same as selling lukewarm cans of cola. Lawrence? A friend of mine. He's a vending machine. Oh. Oh, but how impolite of me. I'm lovely and my name's Dorothy. Dorothy Hayes. Nice to meet you. Oh, I'm Elma. The pleasure's mine. Dorothy, you say? Yep. Why? Nothing. I guess I've heard about you before. Really? What kind of stuff? Tell me, tell me. Mostly about your, pluckiness. And here I was thinking it was because I'm a sex worker. So much for trying to be subtle. Hey, I take pride in my job, otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. Isn't it dangerous? I know how to take care of myself, thank you very much. Where do you work, Elma? I'm a hacker. Really? A full-fledged hacker? Not the kind that sees a computer logged into some account and says that's hacking, right? No, of course not. I've always been curious about how being a hacker works. Do you just start typing really fast while waiting for something to happen? No. I can explain, but I don't know if you'll get it. We won't know until you try, right? Last time I said that I had to jam the plastic replica of a halogen light bulb up a grown man's ass. It was a success. Ahem. Okay then. Let me try to explain in general how it works. Let's say I have to retrieve information from a company's database. Alright. First I do some research on the target, OS, servers, how the information is stored, and all that. There have been a couple of occasions where I had to go in blind, but they're the exception rather than the rule. First I secure things from my side.
I start working behind proxies, websites, and through other more vulnerable computers I find on the way. After that, I start testing the networks. I go through the basic protocols, try known exploits as long as they don't trigger an alarm. Once I've tested the ground, the fun starts. I go through all the security protocols and look to bypass them. Sometimes I have to look deeper into the code for the password itself. I see. Then when I'm finally in, I go and retrieve user privileges. After that, I go and try to become a super user and get what I need. How do you do that? Well, there are a couple of ways. I can use a pre-made program to hack into an already existing account. I can use info someone already gave me, but the usual way is using a buffer overflow. Buff. What happens next? What happens next? I create a backdoor in the system before leaving and covering my tracks. I can't handle it anymore. Alma, hack me like you've never hacked anything before. Make my buffer overflow, create a backdoor in me, escalate your user privileges, find flaws in my security. Sorry, I got carried away. No shit, what happened? Have you seen those movies or books where a couple does something like paint a picture or cook, but they make it sound like they're having sex instead? Suggestive scenes, yeah. Well, that whole thing was kind of like that for me. Really? I guess humans don't really get it because their minds don't upload to networks or anything. But trust me, if you recorded yourself giving a really detailed explanation in a really sexy voice, you'd make millions. Horny Lilim are an unexploited market. I see. Oh, looks like my ride is here. Your ride? Yep, my brother-in-law came to look for me. Is it alright to ask that from him? It's okay, I've known him since preschool. It just so happened that he got married to my sister. Hey Dorothy, you need a ride? Can you drop me by 3rd Street? Sure, it's on the way. Yay, I'll take your offer then. Bye, honey. Later, Jill. Take care. The street seems noisy. Oh, a client. Hello, welcome to Valhalla. What can I get? Such a small yet comfortable place. Truly an oasis of spiritual drinks in the midst of the suburban desert. A place where lost and corrupt souls can gather to forget their troubles for a while. A nest where everyone from the most pathetic scum to the vilest trash junkies can just sit to kill their insides. Truly a real persona non grata. That's Latin for mysterious place, by the way. I'm so smart and philosophical. Alright, we got ourselves a persona non grata here. What will you have then? 17. Excuse me? I said 17. 7 plus teen. What does that mean? What does it mean to you? Just to be sure, 17 is about the drink you want, right? Only if you want it to be. Last time I did it where it was like the 17th drink on the menu. But there's also the option of doing it where there's like 17 ingredients. So that's gonna require some math on my part, which requires a calculator, because drunk math is not a good idea for someone who's not good at math in general. Oh boy, you would think I would know this. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 4 is 10, so not that one. 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 4 is 10, so not that one. 1 plus 3 plus 3 is 7, so definitely not that one. 4 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 is also 10. Well, a lot of these are 10. I mean, I could make a blue fairy into 17 probably, right? Because, well, I don't know. Could I? It's probably possible, because 4 plus 1 is 5, and then the optional Karmatrine, you just have to make it to 17. I can give it a try. I can give it a try.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so it looks like you can do it. Okay, explain. The total of ingredients here add up to 17. Beautiful. And what brings you here, Mr. I'm Armendio. Virgilio Armendio. See, I introduced myself using the Asian order because that's a lot more polite. Right. And I came here looking for an otherworldly experience. I was passing by and saw this place is called Valhalla. I want to see the souls of resting warriors, the wounded spirits of noble souls. The golden hall full of never-ending banquets, the lively Valkyries looking over them. We have some arcade machines on the corner. No, you're taking me too literally. You see, I'm being poetic. I'm giving a mystical air to a mundane affair. I wanted to see drunk people. I wanted to see waitresses and food. I wanted to see the bar in all of its decadent glory. Well, you're out of luck. Today's been quite the slow day. Oh, right. I guess he doesn't know what I got from the liquor store because I didn't tell him. I'll just take a picture. A picture says 1,000 words. Two of these. This is the second. I'm surprised I can type, honestly. There we go. Send it to the correct person. Not that I'm very surprised given how things have been going on in the streets, though. Humans are a nasty bunch, that much is true. Making a ruckus, coming at each other, but that's to be expected from the only mammal to kill its own. I'm no zoologist, but I'm pretty sure that's not the case. Oh yeah? Then give me an example, not zoologist bartender. Like I said, I don't know exact details, I just know that isn't right. I mean, if I'm remembering this correctly, because, you know, Canadian, bears, they eat their own, because male bears will sometimes target a female bear and her cubs so that he can eat the cubs. At least I think. And if it's not that, then it's lions that do that. So it's either lions or bears. Can't remember which. Either way, definitely mammals do that. If memory serves right, once a lion takes over a pride, every cub born from another lion is killed or something. See? There we go. Lions. Takes over a pride. You can't take over pride. Pride isn't a tangible thing. You need to stop making things up, not zoologist bartender. But going back on topic, do you know what the number 17 means? The atomic number of chlorine? No, and Chloe is a name, not a number, you know. The group where halogens are in the periodic table. Stop making up words like halogens, periodic, and table. Okay, then I give up. 17 is us. Every human has 17 pairs of chromosomes. That is so not true. At least I'm fairly certain that's not true. That number is the whole foundation of you and me. Yeah, see? 23! I knew it wasn't 17. It's 23. What is? Humans have 23 pairs of chromosomes, not 17. Well, they're both primal numbers, so it's the same idea. No. No! Primal. Do you want anything else? I'd like a single plum floating in perfume served in a man's hat. Well, I know we have that. I just don't know why he wants it. Here. Ha! You didn't... Wait, you did. Enjoy. I will. I'll drink this, perfume. You don't really have to. Yeah, that'd be silly. You win this round, bartender. Hey, bartender, have you ever thought about death? Wow, it's almost as if, the whole stream started about me talking about death but sure. We'll go with it. How? What if we're already dead? Both of us. What?
What tells you I even exist before I entered that door? How can you assure me that this reality is real and we were not in fact in heaven or hell all along? What if everything up to this point is just some stupid story written by an unemployed 20-something in his room? That is absolutely what happened in this case. I could punch you to make you feel reality. I don't care about any of that, actually. This reality is real for me, and that's all that matters. Such a close-minded way of seeing things. You need to get away from the factual facts. Open your mind to things beyond your reach. You'll never reach enlightenment if you don't start. The habanera has started! It means the twilight of the gods in German, by the way. No. Habanera isn't even a German word. Like, if anything, that might be Spanish. Well, you're on your own, bartender. Enjoy your new world order. What? A couple of nearby cars exploded, it seems. Oh, hell. Let me take a look out the window. Be careful. I see lots of flashes in the distance. Most likely gunshots. Jill, come here a sec. What? About 5 gigabytes of reports proving that several White Knight squads have been used to cover illegal actions were released to the public by an unknown anarchist group. We're receiving reports of several units going rogue and using their weapons to hunt down anyone they find on the street. Several counter-terrorism forces from neighboring cities have been dispatched in order to subdue the crazed units after a plea from the vice president. We're still waiting for a declaration from Zaibatsu Corps' CEO on the subject, but until then, things are ugly in and outside of that bank, it seems. I'd recommend you stay here tonight. It's too dangerous to even think about going outside. What if they break in? They won't. Even then, the bar has quite the security system, and I'll be here protecting you as an added bonus. Yeah, I guess I'll stay tonight. I'll get you the spare mattress I have. Do you mind sleeping in my office? No, I guess it's fine. Good. Let's hope everything gets solved by the morning. I'll have Zen Kanto on hand just in case. The metal bat with nails? There's nothing it can't bash. Say, Gil, 4. Hope everything's better by tomorrow. I technically made one mistake, and I don't even know what it could have been. Like, what the fuck could it have been? Rise and shine. Morning. It's 11 a.m. though. That's morning for me on the weekends and any other day. How's everything outside? I like the screen and how it says cool. Still noisy, but forces have been deployed to take care of most of them at least. Oh cool, I can change the fucking channel? Since fucking when, dude? That's insane! I never knew I could fucking change the channel by clicking on the TV. Are you fucking kidding me? No, you can just go back to the title screen at any fucking point in time? What else have I not known about? Still noisy. Oh, yeah, okay. Can I click the machines? Doesn't do anything if I do. Okay. The fuck? I didn't know I could do anything on this thing. How so? Zaibatsu Corps' president is pleading with anyone to stop the rogue White Knights. Neighboring city forces were deployed quickly and have subdued most of the opposition. There have also been reports of White Knights just freezing, like they were petrified somehow. You make it sound like some god suddenly decided to put everything in place. Well, I'm just glad no bullets are flying in and out of the whole building. Sure, there are still some bad apples out and it's not really safe yet, but it was worse last night. There also seems to be a civilian force lynching any White Knight they spot. So not only are the White Knights a problem, regular folks are on edge too. I wonder if Sei is okay. Should we be worried about Gil? That kid knows how to take care of himself. I'm sure that whatever it is that he's doing, he's safe. Dare I say even safer wherever he is than here. I sure hope so. Are we gonna work today? Nah, things are too nasty right now. Let's take the Sunday off. Oh, alright. Say, do you want me to help you get to your apartment? Actually, yeah, I'd appreciate that. Okay then, let me lock things up and we'll go. We'll grab something for lunch on the way. Sounds good. And here we are. Home sweet home. Thanks a lot. Hey boss, want to hang out for a bit? Yeah, grab a beer, chill out for a bit. Mostly to thank you for helping me. Well, I don't have much to do anyway, so yeah, sure. I did tell you you should invite me to your apartment sometime, didn't I? Oh yeah, you did. What worries me a bit is that beer always leads to something else. To more beer? I was gonna say to one of us going through the Spanish announcer's table, but I think we're safe here. Come on in then. Excuse me? Want one? Sorry, I don't smoke. Don't mind me though. Smoke if you wanna. Thanks. Say, how is the chilly weather treating you? It gets cold from time to time, but nothing that kotatsu and the heater can't fix. Oh right, boss. You're not very good with the cold, are you? You know it. You didn't bring your jacket here either. Yeah, I left it at home when going to the bar yesterday. It wasn't that cold and I didn't expect to spend the night at the bar. Would you like a sweater or something? Oh, don't mind me. I insist. I have this hoodie from some time ago. Excuse me. And it was too big for me. Why buy it then? It was dirt cheap. Right. Wait, where'd you get this one? Dunno, some flea market ages ago. Why? Nothing, it's just like one I had many years ago. What happened to it? Too much use, it just ripped. I see. You can keep it if you want. I never use it anyway. We'll see. Come to think of it, how old are you, boss? I'm eternally 17. Fair enough. 17 plus how much? 17 plus I'd have to cut your tongue if you knew. Alright. Let me go change into something more comfortable. Take your time. Say, Jill, there's a blue-eyed mass of black fur glaring in my general direction. Oh, that's just for... He's just wary of any new visitors. Cats will be cats, I guess. He'll warm up quickly, though. Just give him time. He's unusual looking. Blue eyes on a black cat. They usually have green. Yeah, weird, huh? At first I thought they were like that because he was small, but they never changed. Do you have any pets, boss? Back at home we had a bear. Ah, I see. What? Good old Bosco. He kept intruders away better than any dog. Right. This picture here isn't something you see every day. What? Me taking such a sappy pic? No, a framed picture on printed paper. It's so... vintage. Who are these? That's, the one on the right is Lenore, my ex-girlfriend. The one on the left is Gabrielle, her sister. Huh, is this pic recent, or... Actually, that one's from 3 to 4 years ago. You look exactly the same. I'm only 27. What did you expect? That's why they say kids are the ones that get old. I thought it was recent because you don't usually see people displaying pictures of their exes so openly. Let alone a printed and framed one. Did you two break up on good terms then? You even hesitated a bit when calling her your ex. Let's just say that everything ended with both of us saying mean things. And me storming out of her house, breaking a couple of things on the way out. We never broke up formally, and I guess I still have feelings for her. I just went away. Haven't said a word since. Really? It's hard to picture you doing such a thing. And you look so happy in the pic. Why have her pic out like this then? I just couldn't get my mind off something that Alma said to me. About missing having the warmth of someone else pressed against your side. Using them as a pillow, mixing your perfume with theirs. Putting your head in their chest, listening to their breathing as they pet your head. Dozing off knowing they're there, watching you, protecting you. I don't know, I felt nostalgic, then miserable. I'll just put this away. I've been meaning to apologize, but I feel like it's too late now. Whenever I go out, there's this fear in the back of my head that I'll meet her in the street. I just don't know if I could face her again, let alone talk to her. I'd be a mess. It's never too late to apologize, Jill. Maybe. What's that on the table? Looks like an It's nothing. Nothing. Now please give that to me. Lobe. Alright. I saw nothing. Don't worry. Anyway, let's grab some beers. Guide me. Damn, you have lots of beer. Well, the BTC gives me discounts and a point card I can use every time I buy their alcohol. With that, beer is actually the cheapest drink I can get. Is there any difference between the drinks at the bar and these? The drinks at the bar are more addictive, flavorful, and also stronger than the ones they sell in stores. And besides, the one in the bar is more of a double IPA, this one is more of a Pilsner. In English, please. This one's lighter in color and lighter in flavor. Dunno, it doesn't taste like a lighter to me. Pfft. Is this one made with that, what was the name of the base liquid you use at the bar again? Nutriogenic dichometrical lidogenol, or NDL. It was a supplement or something, right? It was an experimental fluid they created to replace water when the maiden kissed polluted water supplies. The effects of pollution turned out to be temporary, so NDL never went into mass production. But the BTC still commissioned it for use in bars. And is this one made with it? Let's see. Yep, here it is, near the end. NDL and cornstarch. Cornstarch? It serves as a stabilizer, if I remember correctly. They need it for packaged drinks. I see. I just realized something. What? You're a nerd, Jill. Guilty as charged. I still have that bottle of rum somewhere around. Do you want some of it? Will you have some too? Not really, no. Then leave it like that. I'm not letting you drink beer alone. That's not how drinking with friends works. Do you consider me a friend then, boss? Why wouldn't I? Dunno, what with being my boss and all. I was never too sure. Well, in case you had any doubts, yes, I consider you one of my best friends. Besides, you and Gil are always so diligent and responsible that I'm boss in name only anyway. That's good to know. On a side note, it surprises me you kept that poster of me in the room. And even more that you hung it in plain sight. When I gave it to you, it was more or less a joke, you know. Does it make you uncomfortable? If it doesn't make you uncomfortable, why would it make me uncomfortable? It's my own face. I'm still wondering why you did it, though. Aside from filling an empty spot on the wall, I don't really know. I thought it was funny, too. I guess it's like if someone gave you... dunno. A dildo-shaped trophy or something and you had it there as a conversation starter. Although no one comes here anyways, so it's kind of pointless. What, no steamy nights of passion? Not since a year ago, I think, and I'd rather not talk about what happened then. Did someone hurt you? Because if they did, I can go dish out the pain. No, nothing of the sort. A different kind of mess. Uncomfortable mess. A not being able to have sex for reasons mess. Glad to know you have my back, though. That's what friends are for. Wait, you talk about the poster and to compare it to having a dildo-shaped trophy. Did you just call me dildo face? That's what friends are for. Hey, boss, be honest with me here. About what? Who's Gil exactly? What do you mean? You know what I mean. Who the fuck is he? Oh yeah, that. Well, I have a couple of ideas. I know for certain that Gil was in the Hong Kong riots, and he took part in the anti-riot force before defecting. See, I had a feeling that was the case because of, like, previous dialogue, but I wasn't, like, 100% sure. That should give me a clue as to who he is, but so far I've only found out about one such defector, and he didn't leave Hong Kong for at least 4 years. I also know for certain that Gil was in England and France during that time frame. And it's always like that when I think I have a clue as to who he is, something else comes up that contradicts the evidence. That guy's troublesome. A bit, yeah. I wonder if Gil's alright. You worried about him? You make it sound like I'm some emotionless robot. You can be hard to read. I wouldn't worry about Gil so much, though. There's 3 things I know for certain about him. First, he can take care of himself. Second, you can sincerely trust him. And third, He absolutely hates bell pepper. He does? I've seen him even reject food that has been in contact with it. Man, what a baby. Unless he's allergic or something. He's not. Man, what a baby. How did you meet such a guy? He showed up in the door of the bar. He what? Well, it was shortly after the whole incident with Robert and the levitation potion. Right. Levitation potion. It was a slow day and he just showed up at the bar. I offered him a drink, but he said he didn't have money on him. I couldn't leave him alone, so I pretty much gave the drinks for free. And after a couple, he broke down crying. Huh? I don't know what he did, but he was really, really regretting it. He wanted a second chance or whatever, and I told him if he could wash himself, I'd find him a job. And I'll be damned, he looked totally different the next day. Damn. I tried and failed to find out anything about him. So I decided to take him at face value. I judge him from what he did as an employee. And aside from the occasional sudden escapade, he's been as loyal gets. I returned the favor in kind, covering his ass from time to time, sometimes literally. What surprises me is that you took him in so easily. I can take care of myself, and I always kept an eye on him. And besides, after the whole Robert thing, I couldn't ignore someone that desperate so easily. I see. You've made the bar more lively yourself, you know. How so? Well, with the regulars you've earned, of course. Like that blonde titty hacker. I can't remember her name. Alma? I was gonna say Armitage. She's a nice girl, you know. I don't think she's young enough to be called a girl. Says the girl who's eternally 17. In any case, she's really lovely. When you hear her speak of her family, she speaks with such love. Her face just brightens up. It makes me kind of jealous that she has such a close relationship with them, to be honest. You have bad relations with your family? Not bad, but I'm not exactly close to anyone from my mom, dad, and aunt. But back to Alma. I'm really hoping she finds a nice guy to settle with. I mean, she's so bent into finding one, I can't help but want her to succeed. I see. There's also that sex worker robot girl. Dorothy. She intrigues me, though. I've seen lots of sex workers over the years, and she seems pretty giddy. It's not that she likes her job, but rather that she takes to it with such childish excitement. I've kind of noticed that too, but then again, Lilum can be weird. You think? Lilum operate in some really foreign logic. I mean, they don't really share our fear of mortality. Even if their bodies are destroyed, their minds are already backed up in the collective source. If they lose an arm, they can reattach it or replace it. Depending on the circumstances, they might not even feel pain at all. It's not like they haven't attained human-like emotions like fear or love, but they are different. Like a different culture, if you must. I didn't see it that way. Aside from that, Dorothy is a DFC-72. It's a social interactions model or something. Lilum get positive reinforcement straight from their bodies if they're fulfilling their main purpose, so I'm guessing she gets a built-in push whenever she's in a meaningful or challenging social interaction. Interesting. The name Lilum is a bit weird, though. It is? You'd expect them to be called bots or dolls, but Lilum doesn't convey the image of automatons. Just a tip, bots and dolls are considered slurs by them. Bot is akin to calling them retarded, and doll is like calling them fake. Thanks for the advice. That aside, do you know why they're called Lilum? As far as I know, because they all come from a bigger AI called Lilith, and Lilum are Lilith's offspring in Jewish folklore. Oh, cool. Hey, speaking of names, why don't you like being called by your full name? I have no idea what you're talking about. Don't act stupid. Back when you first transferred, I called you Julianne, and you almost tore me a new one with your glare. See? Like that. It's no big secret, but it's one of those things that feels silly when you say it out loud. Try me. Well, did you ever watch Model Warrior, Julianne? Not all of it, but my little sister's a big fan of the reruns. Back when I was in elementary school, I was a huge fan of the show. I had everything, from the dolls to the costumes to the lunch boxes. It didn't help that it was one of those shows that got strapped literally everywhere. I saw a couple of episodes once. They were really nice. It was beyond nice. The show's about a model who can transform into an armor-clad magic knight. She fights demons born from greed and vanity. Honestly, if someone was willing to make an anime out of that concept, I would probably watch it. I'm not gonna lie. Especially if they sprinkled, like, some romance into it, because I love anything that has romance. How the show presented Jules hating her job because it invited enemies, and yet still found solace in trying to be a role model. Hell, the main character wasn't a kid. Julianne was an adult that became younger when transformed. I'd say it was a pretty ambitious kids show. Even by today's standards. Just the fact that our enemies were literally issues dealing with beauty standards of body image, challenging as fuck. Whoa, you got excited there. And that is the problem. Back then, I was obsessed with Jules. I sang the songs, dressed like her. I could even recite full chapters. Something tells me you still can. That's beside the point. It was nice while I was in elementary school, but then I went to middle school. And what a surprise! Tweens are jackasses! They went out of their way to tease me about the things I did back then. I don't hold it against Jules. I always hold my grudge against those fuck jobs. Sounds rough. You know how most girls worry about their thighs at that age? I worried about jerkasses singing the theme tune of the show mocking me. Anyways, every time someone calls me Julianne or Jules, I instinctively react negatively. Pavlov would be proud of me. I never talk about it because I find the whole thing too silly in retrospect. And yet, it affects you even today. There's nothing wrong with it, though. It's actually kinda reasonable. I sure hope so. Come to think of it, what kind of kid were you, boss? Oh, excuse me. When I was a toddler, I was the kind to always fight with kids bigger than me. Excuse me. Then puberty happened and I became the Merriam-Webster definition of shallow jerkwad. Around the time I turned 16, I realized what an idiot I was and went on to become who I am today. I think I heard something. So I'm just gonna verify. Hello. I'll be out in a second. I didn't get the dishwasher. I can do the rest. And the less I talk about those years from 12 to 15, the better. Fair enough. So, Jill, what kind of guy was your grandpa? He was rough around the edges, the kind of guy that means well even if he says otherwise. He seemed to have a soft spot for me, though. One moment he was congratulating my dad by berating him a little, and the next he was playing with me. My dad worked a lot and my mom was always traveling, so I spent most of my childhood with him. Can I ask how he died? Out of old age. My dad says his last words were something like, "Fucking scientists created talking mannequins, but they still can't let you upload your brain." Why the question? I'm curious about you. Really curious. I just realized that even though we see each other almost every day, I know very little about you. Oh. From what you tell me, though, seems your grandpa's personality rubbed off on you a bit. I've heard that one since I was a kid, actually. You know, boss, I'm a bit curious about your circle of friends. What kind of people do you have in it? Keep in mind you're included in this circle too, so any insults you hurl will apply right back to you. Anyways, I have this friend I've known for a long time, a red-headed glasses-wearing gun nut called Iris. The one you called for the helmet thing? That one. She's managing a BTC bar in Panama right now, if I remember correctly. She's managing a bar too? I got the idea from her, actually. Oh. It's called N1RV. N1RV NA. So, Nirvana. And if you thought this city was dangerous, you should see the people she has to deal with there. Piracy ain't nothing to fuck with. And means it's an annex to another business. What else does she do there? I think the bar was originally her hotel's bar. She moved the bar to its own building elsewhere and opened Nirvan B in the hotel instead. Weird decision. I believe she said she wanted a place away from the noisy rich tourists that go to the hotel. So that bar is her woman cave. Woman cave. That aside, let's see. Friends. Friends. I guess there's also my little sister, but that's a given. Oh, there's also my old partner from when I was with the Neo San Francisco police force. Good old Lexi. Should give her a call sometime. Wait, you were in the what? I've done lots of things, Jill. I spent a short time collaborating with the police force. I've been a wrestler, an MMA fighter, chimney cleaner, lumberjack, pet shop attendant, corporate mascot. Corporate, what? I still see my face on some websites from time to time. Anyways, aside from you, Gil, my sis, Iris, and Lexi... I guess there are a lot of people that don't want to see me in harm's way. Mostly because they're the ones that want to hurt me. What about you? I guess I have acquaintances here and there. Back at home in college, I went out a lot. But it felt more like going out was the pleasure rather than the people involved. Aside from you and Gil, my closest friend since moving here is Alma. Oh, and Dorothy. I mean, sure, there's always 4, but that cat's a hermit that refuses to go out. And you know, he's a cat. Hey, a cat's a fine too, you know? Hey, boss, what will you do when the bar closes? I don't know. Maybe I'll take a friend's offer of working with her. I was also thinking about going back home and helping with things there. Or maybe going traveling for a while. I see. Oh, but don't worry. Bureaucracy's slow as fuck, so they won't close the bar for quite a while. Better enjoy being there while you can. Yeah, maybe. Will you be visiting me in whatever bar I end up working in? I have a bone to pick with the guy that supervises the bar I'm planning to get you transferred to. I go there even though I have virtually no reason to. With you there, I'd have something pleasant to look forward to. You're sending me to someone you have problems with? If I have to trust another bar owner, it's certainly him. He's actually a pleasant boss from what I've seen. The fact that he and I have a tendency to go at each other's throats is an unrelated matter. I'll trust you on that one then. Don't worry. Maybe I can get you a bracelet made out of wood pieces from the bar's counter or something. We'll see. Hey, I'll tell you what. When the bar closes, let's both take a vacation. Go on a trip. That'll clear your mind a bit. Yeah, maybe. Chapter 2. Amarga. Alright. Well, in that case, I'm gonna save. And then I will call it here because my food and my human are home. But I hope that you enjoyed spending time with me. And this may or may not be the last stream of the year. I'm not 100% sure. But considering my track record for this month, it's probably the last stream of the year. So I hope you have a happy New Year. And I hope you have a Merry Christmas. And yeah, I'll see you in the new year. 2025. We'll see what chaos comes then, hey? Alright. Peace, peace. Have a good day or night, depending on where it is where you are. I'll see you next year.